Hello, and welcome to Famicast 229, your Famicast for the early part of September 2022. I'm your host, Danny Bivens, and today we're joined again by James Charlton.
That's right. I'm back, baby. Not getting rid of me this time, Bivens. He tried to lock me out of the system, but I got in. I'm back.
My son returns. There
That's
he
right.
is.
Thanks, Dad.
Yes. Also joined by Ty Sugar.
Was good. I hope you're all excited for the last episode of the Famicast.
Oh yeah. I did listen to the last show. Actually, I got the YouTube alert as I was about to board the plane. It's kind of like I was in Heathrow, in London. I got the the Famicast, whatever 228. It's just gone live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I watched the show when I landed, of course.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, it was a great show. Ty did a fantastic job. Genki was great. JCat was fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's the end of that sentence.
That's it. No, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun having Ginky and Jody on the show. And
yeah, man.
If you guys are listening, thank you so much again for coming on. Appreciate it.
That's right. Lemonade said, "It's time for family podcast."
That's right.
Oh, Mom,
right.
don't come in.
Yeah, James Allen in the chat too. Hey, everyone, he says. John Cario popped in about 4 hours early.
Word.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the time difference, but
yeah, it's
anyways.
roughly o'clock in the U.S.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So yeah, welcome everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got a lot of stuff a few things to talk about. A lot of, I guess you should say. And yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well put. Yep.
Yeah, of course, Splatoon 3 is coming out this Friday. If you listen to the audio show, that'll be out on the day that the show comes out.
But the food is out now.
The food is out now. Yo, it is. It is. Food, prizes. We had the Splatfest. Yeah, lots of cool stuff. TGS is coming up. It's just like a week away. It's pretty crazy. There's anime girls puzzles that Ty is going to talk about today, and hopefully get our YouTube channel sunk.
TOS.
Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. But yeah, let's just go ahead and kick things off with some new business. And James,
yes,
would you mind kicking things off? I mean, it's been a while, and I'm pretty sure you have a couple of things you want to talk about.
Yeah, it's your last chance before we get banned.
God,
that's right. In your face, Ty. I beat you. Splatoon 3.
Damn.
Well, I guess I first should briefly talk about my time in the UK. So, Danny, this might be familiar to you. Do you remember we had a chat about cereals? I can't remember what. Well, no, it was during your Chex Quest time when you were playing that game, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember? Before I show you the box, do you remember what I said? The British version of the Chex cereal. Well, it's not the British version, but it's similar.
Oh my God! Oh, I remember Shreddies.
Dude, well done.
There it is.
I got some Shreddies, boys.
Nice.
So yeah, come over to my place if you want some Shreddies.
It's got like 15 boxes.
Yeah. These are really good, and yeah, as you can see, very similar to the aforementioned Chex, whatever, established in 1953. Didn't know that. I also got so much sweets, chocolate, candy, or you can name it. I ate everything when I was back there. Every time I go back home, I always think to myself, I'm eating all this amazing food. I'm just stuff in my face, everywhere I go is so many amazing things to eat. And every restaurant, because it's I'm a vegetarian in case you're new to the show. In Japan, it's pretty hard. I think Cyrus once said on the show, vegetarian in Japan, hard mode. It is. It is living life in hard mode, right? But go back home, it's everywhere. It's just so many things to eat. It's stuff in my face, everything. Oh man, so good.
Put on a few pounds.
Yeah, probably I did actually. And I'm always thinking why do we have such a bad reputation for food in the UK? I must have eaten things that were I would say maybe better than Japanese food. Quite a lot, but let's not talk about that.
Well, actually, hey,
good time.
James Allen has a related question here too. What's actually your favorite candy, JC?
Ooh, that's a good question. Candy. I like chocolate more than candy, if I'm honest. But we have what are they called? I bought some. Oh man, what are they called? The round tree, the round fruit gummy things. James Allen can probably. Is it fruit pastels? I think it's fruit pastels. Really like fruit pastels. They're great. And but mostly chocolate. I like what do I like? I like the oh man, so many good things. Twix, Dairy Milk. Oh man, just
Twix are amazing, dude.
Twix are so good. Yes. All the chocolate all the time. Jaffa cakes. Holy shit, Jaffa cakes, so good. Danny, Ty, come by my place. We'll stuff ourselves with chocolate and candy. And
I can
Shreddies.
dig.
Yeah.
Danny.
I can dig, man. That sounds good.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe do a post TGS, snack time or something. So as for, I didn't play any games, so to speak, when I was back in the UK. I actually didn't even go to a game shop. It was really weird. Like while I was there, I was like, I didn't even think about going into any game shops. Like I saw a game, the game shop called Game that we have. And I noticed a whole bunch of PS5 stuff in the window, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I'll have to go back there before I go back to Japan." Totally forgot. Too busy eating, I think. So I have nothing game related to report from the UK, and didn't buy any games, didn't buy anything game related whatsoever. When I got back, obviously we had the Splatfest, and he mentioned it earlier. So I got back like end of August, and then the Splatfest was the August 20 something, right?
28th.
28th. Thank you. Yeah. So
here in Japan, at least.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, I just got back onto like Japan time, jet lag it over, so it was good times. So I pretty much played the whole day, as much as I could anyway.
Nice.
Because I think it was from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. in Japan time anyway. And I believe there were actually 3 separate ones across the world, right? And there were actually, is that right, Danny?
Well, like I'm trying to think like how it worked, because I just, like James, I just played the Japan one, but you can choose your region and stuff, and it's the Americas, Europe, like Australia and the Pacific or whatever, and then Japan. I don't know if it seems like the Japanese one, that would be a thing that they keep separate, but I'm not exactly sure. But
it's funny, like well, it's amazing, isn't it? Because like when you first load up the Splatfest demo, it's it's in the language that your system is, but then it asks you, hey, which country Splatfest do you want to join? And it's like, whoa, never seen anything like that before. That is fucking awesome.
Right.
It's because this is the first Splatoon game which is truly multi-region, like in all definitions of the word, like multi-region, multi-language, multi-everything. Like you can choose whatever language you want, you can join whatever Splatfest you want. It's completely up to you, and that is fucking awesome. So yeah, I was obviously using the UK or whatever European download of the game, but I was playing in the Japanese Splatfest. So playing against Japanese fools. Danny, same deal?
Yeah, I mean, I have the Japanese. Well, I have a Japanese account, so I just downloaded it from the Japanese shop, and it's the same though. It's a universal app. So
we playing it in Japanese language?
No, it's had by system settings in English. So
system language, yeah, cool. So yeah, I guess we could talk about the Splatfest, right, Dan?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and so the download was free. It went like live maybe a week before it went.
A couple days, but yeah,
a couple of days. Okay, because you could download it and you could walk around the new city area and stuff like that, which was pretty cool. But you couldn't do any of the shops. All the shops were like, "Hey, your vibe isn't fresh enough, dude. You can't.
Right.
You're at level 0." Because you were set at 0, you couldn't actually level up in this Splatfest.
Yeah.
It was everyone was at 0, and you couldn't do anything about it. So the only thing you leveled up is your, the, what do you call it? The freshness of the what do you call it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, man, like all of this stuff was new because I'd always played it in Japanese with Splatoon 2 and Splatoon 1, so it's just like learning a whole new thing. Because I mean, yeah, So it's kind of nice to actually be able to play this game in English now. So
Oh shit! Yeah, you've always got the Japanese one, the Wii U version as well, right?
yeah.
Splatoon 1. Yeah. So that should be cool. Because this game, in case you don't know, this game is localized as shit. Like they localize everything, like every last weapon, every stage, every mode, everything is completely different in Japanese and English.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it's so if you've only played one version, you'll never know what the fuck you're talking about when you see another language version. It's kind of crazy. You know, in a game like Smash Brothers, you know, like what 80% of the characters have the same name, and then you know a few of them don't. So yeah, it's kind of this game is like, yeah, no, you ain't understanding any of this if you're playing in Japanese. So Danny, good luck to you. Well, yeah, I don't know how the fuck you did it with the first two games.
just kind of got used to it. I mean, I wasn't like perfect at Japanese or anything, but you know, figure it out. And just it's pretty easy just to like get into stuff too, and then you know, just here longer, playing more Japanese games, you could understand more. Blah blah blah, like that type of shit.
So I guess the last episode, you guys forgot to talk about the Splat Direct, or you just didn't have time, or whatever.
No, like what it was, because I mean, we focused mainly on new business stuff that we had been playing, because it had been such a long break, and because it had been such a long break too, there was obviously news that we would have missed. I think that was like 2 weeks before the show, so I just like, well, everybody's probably already talked about it, so I just like, okay, whatever.
That's fine. You suck, but it's fine.
I know.
So yeah, the direct is pretty cool. I mean, they ran through all the, well, it was basically talking to you like you've never played Splatoon before in your life,
right?
Because you know they're obviously trying to get new people on with this game as well, right? Not just the, you know, the Splatoon 2 crowd. You know, they're getting, you know, everyone in, as many people as possible, which, you know, it's fair enough. So a lot of it was all like, yeah, okay, you know, press the trigger to swim in the ink. It's like, come on, come on, guys. But there were lots of new stuff, like new weapons, like the katana weapon, Splatana weapon is pretty cool. And in the Splatfest demo, you could use any of the new weapons. Like they had a whole bunch of weapons. I would have said maybe 20.
Yeah.
That you could choose from, which is pretty awesome. And they had loads of gear that you could choose from, hats, t-shirts, you know, whatever, shoes that you could choose from. It wasn't just like a set thing that everyone was the same. No, there were a lot of variations that you could do.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised by that too, man. I just figured just get like just a few guns and just be like, buy the whole game, you know, like one of those. But it's pretty.
I was playing for like a good like 15 minutes with like the regular basic weapon, and then just for laughs, I went to the shop and I was like, well, because all the clothes store and the shoe store were all blocked off. Like I couldn't do anything, so I just assumed that the weapons would be the same, but it wasn't. No, a lot of weapons were there. I was like, cool. You could do the bow. The Buki, the bow weapon, and the what's the other new one that they've got? Yeah, this, like I said, the Splatana, which has got a totally different name in Japanese, by the way.
Right.
It's not.
Hey, roller's roller.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because katana is literally, you know, it's
right.
Katana is it's a Japanese sword. I don't know if you knew that. Dan.
Wiper is what they call it. I mean, it is kind of like that's kind of cool.
Yeah, they call it what the fuck? It's a Japanese weapon, and they call it wiper.
Well, at the same time, they probably made it in Japanese first, and then they put it into English.
Exactly. So. Then the American treehouse localizers are like, dude, this is a fucking.
That's lame for English. That'd just be kind of lame. Wiper, like that's stupid.
Yeah, I'm so glad they didn't go for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of like interesting techniques with these newer weapons as well. Like with the bow, like if you jump, it tilts to the side, so you can do like different ways, like horizontal or vertical. And if you just tap it, you know, it just splats on the wall. And if you hold it, it explodes upon impact. And you can make it go really, really far, and it actually does like an arc, so almost like how the buckets do it. You know, buckets kind of arc over. Well, some of the buckets do anyway. Some of the buckets go, you know, straight out. But this one, it's like a very high arc and a kind of little splat. So you have to be kind of accurate, but you can take someone out from very, very far. if you got like a fully charged shot and you hit them with it from distance, and it can go over stuff as well. So that's another kind of cool technique.
Cool.
So I could see the pros getting crazy, like doing some crazy kills with this in in pro games, esports and all that.
Right.
People just killing, you can't even see them. They're just killing you from the other side of the wall, things like that.
God, yeah.
So
esports gaming, get good.
Hi Tiny also has a comment here. This is very, very important. Katana means Japanese sword. I didn't know if you guys knew that. Thank you.
Anime
I didn't know
means
that.
cartoons.
Yeah.
He speaks fluent Japanese.
Anime gozaimasu.
And then Lemonade, he's like, hey, I can't wait for Splatoon 3 on Friday. Yeah.
Our Friday, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, it's 2 days away. It's crazy.
Dude, actually, James, did you pre-order it? Like, how did you, or what, man?
Well, no, I was just going to download it from the eShop, but like, I don't know. Maybe I'll get the download card. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I was in Eon, which is a supermarket, and if you have the Eon card, you can actually get it for like 5,000 yen, which is like a good 1,500 yen off, which is like pretty cool. Don't have an Eon card, so can't get that.
Well.
But it would be nice to have the physical box with the download card inside, but then I didn't want to order that and then not be able to get it on launch day and stuff like that. I was a bit worried about that. So
maybe I did mention this to you. I mean, if you would have ordered it early enough, you could actually get it day and date. I've got stuff day and date from Nintendo directly like that. But now it's not going to happen, probably. Yeah. But
yeah, I'll probably just end up downloading it.
Yeah.
Can you pre-download it now?
Yes. Actually, I just I had one more of the tickets left over, so I just right before the show, I was like, let's just do this. I'm gonna freaking forget. So.
So yeah, back to the Splatfest. I'm just trying to remember if I forgot any of the other new. I feel like there was one more weapon that I didn't mention.
BFG.
Yes, BFG.
The chainsaw item.
Oh yeah, in English it's called the Splatana Wiper. So yeah, I guess that's half of it. So yeah, the new specials. So yeah, I was using a weapon which had one of the new specials, where it's like you get like like a drinks machine basically comes out to the ground. You throw it on the ground, and there's like 4 like cans of juice basically on it, and obviously you get one for yourself, and then every one of your teammates can get one as well, and it basically increases the attack power of your whole team. So if you want to do like, you're just going to do like a full-on attack the whole team, that'd be a pretty cool thing to get. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, so I used that one for most of the Splatfest because I forgot I think maybe that was my weapon, the NZAP, which is my avatar. If you follow me on Twitter, the NZAP is the gun I'm famous for using. Yes. And I think that is now, it's that drinks thing.
Something cool. I like that one. I like that one too, man.
Yeah. Yep. Tactical, it's called in English. Tactical. Yeah. So tactical. Yeah. Tactical is one of the new ones, and then there's one called Wave Breaker, which is like this. It's almost like something out of Mario Galaxy, where it sounds like a pulse waves out, and like can like kill people.
Oh, is it the shock rifle from Unreal Tournament?
No, it's an item that you place on the ground.
Oh,
and
okay.
It sends shockwaves out. Yes.
All right.
So yes, special moves, I guess you would call it. I don't know. There isn't. Unreal Tournament doesn't have special moves. What would it be a better thing?
Like Overwatch is called Ultimate.
Overwatch kind of Ultimate.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. Yeah.
All right. Or in Quake Champions, which I've been playing a lot of recently, they're just called abilities.
Abilities.
Boring.
Hero abilities. I don't.
Yep.
The MOBA names calling characters like champions and shit, like that makes me really uncomfortable for some reason.
So the Ink Strike is back. So Ink Strike was kind of a popular / famous one from Splatoon 1, and that used the gamepad to you just touch where you wanted to go, and then it would on the map on the controller screen, and that would send a bomb to that area.
Tactical nuke incoming.
Exactly. There you go. One for the
COD
COD
meme.
fans.
Yep.
So they took that out for Splatoon 2 because I don't know. A lot of the things that were on the touchscreen in the first one, they tried to incorporate them in Splatoon 2, like with the when you want to super jump to your team, you can bring up the map and then you use the controller's tilt to kind of select where you want to go and then release, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason they didn't do that with the ink strike. They just took the ink strike out. So it's back with Splatoon 3, and what it is, it's now called the triple ink strike. And what you have to do is you throw a bomb, or like you throw like something to throw out the signal, and then the strike will go down wherever that lands. Okay. And you can do that 3 times. That's why it's called the triple ink strike. So you throw out 3 of these little beacon things, and that's where the ink storm will rain down. So that's pretty cool.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the ink bazooka is back, which is pretty cool. 3 big shots for that. And the one that was just showing up, I want to call it the Sharknado. It's not called the Sharknado.
No.
But it's basically,
it was.
Yeah, it is now.
You basically ride a shark across the ground, and then it explodes, and that is pretty cool.
Okay, are you familiar with the Totsugeki meme?
No.
Okay, in Guilty Gear, the character May, the cute little pirate girl, she rides a dolphin forward, and she squeaks out Totsugeki, and you spam that move over and over, and it is burned into every Guilty Gear player's name forever.
Nice. So yeah, they had during the Splatfest, they had a whole bunch of new stages, or returning stages and new stages, which are pretty awesome. So I was worried that they would just have 2 and then just have those for the entire Splatfest, but they didn't. They went through. I'm just trying to think how many changes they did. Maybe 4 or 5 changes throughout the day. So you got to see a whole bunch of new stages, which was awesome. And the Mahi Mahi Resort one, where the water kind of rises, that one's a kind of returning one, a little bit changed. That's pretty cool. There does seem to be a lot more detail in the background and in the stages itself, which is pretty cool. Danny, any stages that stood out to you that you recognized from the past, or?
I'd only played just for about an hour, so I was just playing.
Okay.
It seemed like there were kind of new stages. It's been so long since I played Splatoon 2, so I was kind of like forgetting what's what. And then too, I played in Japanese all the time too, so I was like, I don't even know what names are in Japanese. And then like I don't know what the hell these are in English, at all. Yeah, so I can't really comment on that. But
okay,
yeah,
fair enough. But yeah, the whole bunch of returning ones. I'm just trying to think. The ones from Splatoon 1, Museum Delfonso. Hammerhead Bridge. Hammerhead Bridge was an awesome Splatoon 1 stage, and I was gutted when they took that one out for Splatoon 2. Are you familiar with that one, Danny? Hammerhead Bridge.
What's the layout?
Yeah, it's basically just one of those like suspension bridges that you get in the US, I guess, and and you just go across the bridge basically. And it's kind of like kind of hard to get to the other person's side, but it's very satisfying. And I remember like when Callie and Marie talk about that stage in Splatoon 1, they're always talking about the reason why I remember this stage is because it was really well localized between even the US English and British English. Because in the US version they say because the bridge isn't finished construction, so in the American version they say the workers must be slacking off, and in the British version one they say they must be skiving off. Okay, which is a really British expression. I was so impressed that they would localize such a minor thing.
Yeah, it's not this adding O or U's and like random letters.
No, like
that.
literal complete. Yeah, little. I remember me and Cyrus must have maybe we talked about on one of our very early Patreon exclusive podcasts called what's it called? Super Splat something.
Yeah, Super Splat Hour. Yeah,
Super Splat Hour. Yes, me and Cyrus. Maybe we only did 3 or 4 episodes of that one, but we used to talk about like tips for playing Splatoon and like our favorite Splatfests and techniques and stuff like that, which is it's good fun. It didn't last the course because it was about Splatoon 1, and then there was a while where there were no Splatoon games to play, right?
Right.
And by the time Splatoon 2 came out, Sai was no longer with us. Rest in peace.
He was.
Nah, he's dead now. So anyway, now the Hammerhead Bridge is back, and it's the construction is complete. So I like how they've kind of kept with the canon. It's pretty smart. So yeah, that's exciting. What else is new? So there's brand new ones called Eel Tail Alley, Hagglefish Market, Undertow Spillway, and Scorched Gorge, and Mincemeat Metalworks. Those are all new ones, and I think they're all in the Splatfest, as far as I can remember. Definitely remember playing Mahi Mahi Resort as well, which is a returning one, which is pretty cool. But yeah, looks like they've kept all the best ones, and they brought the good ones from Splatoon 1 back. So I'm happy, and all the weapons for Splatoon 2 are back, day one, which is pretty cool. Something that you didn't get in the demo, but you will get in the full game, is you do get some kind of free tickets to buy weapons if you have Splatoon 2 save file on your system. So, if you get Splatoon 3, you'll already have some tickets, which is a new thing for the Splatoon 3. Weapons are bought with tickets, not money. So you have to kind of, earn these tickets, and then you can, buy a weapon for 1 ticket or 2 tickets, or maybe some of the fancier ones are 3 tickets or whatever. So that should be interesting. But I guess if we're specifically talking about the Splatfest, rather than what Splatoon 3 will be, because we haven't played the full game yet, what we did play in the Splatfest is the Tricolor Battle. Yeah. Which, Danny, did you have a chance to play the Tricolor?
Yeah, I did. Actually, the first match I jumped into was a Tricolor.
Holy shit.
So it was
baptism of fire.
Pretty much. I was just like, whoa, what? Already? Okay. So
yes. I actually read through all the rules before the Splatfest started. So I was reading up in the game. In the game, they have kind of manuals and guides and stuff like that. So I was reading about what the fuck this is, because after I watched the direct, I was like, okay, I don't quite get how this works, because you have 3 teams, okay, all like at the same time. Like how does this work? How do you win? It's quite difficult. So like in the final game, when the first official Splatfest starts, whenever that is, we don't know at the time of recording, it'll be over 2 days, right? Or usually over a weekend or something like that, right? And in the middle of the Splatfest, whatever, somewhere in the midpoint after the first day, they will announce who is the current winner of the Splatfest, right? And the current winner will then fight off against the 2 current non-winners, people are in 2nd and 3rd place, in these Tricolor battles, right? So it's already pretty fucking confusing, right? It's like, so the Splatfest is not over. It's the midpoint of the Splatfest, okay? Yeah. So it's a way to kind of like pull back. So if you're in the middle of the Splatfest, it says, by the way, your team is not winning it right now. Now's your chance to kind of make a comeback, right?
Yeah.
So the 2 losing teams are they're on the same team, but they're kind of not, because you can kill each other.
Right.
Everyone can kill each other. So it was rock, paper, scissors. And in the Japanese Splatfest, I believe scissors was winning.
Yeah, I was team scissors. Yeah.
So you were winning. So you would have been on the team of 4, right?
Yeah.
So I was team paper. So I was not winning. So I was teaming up with team rock. And what we have to do, there's something in the middle of the stage, like a rocket, that you have to activate. So it's similar to like a ranked game. The ranked game, like what would it be? Like almost like a Splat Zones or something like that. Where you have to capture something in the middle of the stage and keep it as yours. But this one, it's like the other one where you have the weapon, the big weapon that can take people out. Yeah. Shit. The name has escaped me right now.
I know exactly what you mean. Oh my God. Yeah.
That one. The BFG for tough.
Yes.
There's a big BFG in the middle of the stage, and you pick it up and you can kill everyone. But then you're a target because everyone wants to kill you.
Right.
So you're usually not holding it for very long. So it's like that. So there's a shield around this rocket. You make the shield explode, and then you activate the rocket. There's a countdown of 3, 2, 1. The rocket goes off. You get a point, basically. So if you're in the losing two teams, you kind of need to work together a little bit, so to kind of keep the team scissors away. So like make sure Danny is dying, his team can't get near to the rocket. So either one of you can win, activate the rocket, and then you can get points. And then if you do that enough, your team is going to make a comeback, and then you might win the Splatfest overall. So I was on a team of 2, right? So there's two on my team and 2 on the Rock team, and we're trying to work together to defeat Danny's team, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty hard, and at the same time, you're trying to color the floor your color as well. So there's like 3 colors going on at the once. It's so confusing and just absolute mayhem. It's like really is a very confusing mode to start off with, to be honest. It's like starting off with the Splatfest, you know. But you don't have to do that, by the way. You can actually just choose a regular tough war if you don't want to get involved in that.
Right.
But you should try to do that because that's going to help your team win the overall Splatfest. Yeah. Exactly. So you don't just want to, if you want to pussy out and just do regular tough war, that's fine. You can do that. It will all count, but it will count more if you do the tricolor battles. Yeah. So the tricolor battles are more like a ranked kind of level. You know, the very, very, the tough battles. People that are playing those games are good, and they will kill you. So, yeah. So yeah. How was it? 6? Oh, go ahead then.
So just a little bit of breaking news, actually. Thank you, James Allen. Apparently, a new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet limited edition Switch OLED has just been announced.
Swoled.
So there we go.
It's swole.
Nice. Lemonade says he didn't like using the Splatana, but it's funny because it does look like a windscreen wiper from a car. That's true. Yeah, the Splatana wiper. That's the official name, apparently. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I liked it. It's kind of hard because you have to get kind of nearby. It almost works like a very thin roller, like you kind of like swiping little bits of ink towards people. It's not like it's not like the flick with the roller where it's like a lot of ink comes out and you can kill people quite easily. But if you're nearby, you'll just slice people in half with the Splatana. It's pretty cool. So it's kind of like risk reward. Like you get up close and personal, like the ink brush users do, fucking ink brush users, right?
Yeah.
Fucking swiping you out. The Splatana is kind of similar to that. So you kind of like, get near somebody and slice them up. Good. Splat them up. So yes, I believe I didn't actually check who was the winner of the Japan Splatfest overall. Was it Scissors? I'm assuming it was just Scissors.
Oh, I think they lost. I'm trying to remember how it went down. Every match I played into, it seemed like we always lost. You
lost on the fucking 4-man team?
Yes.
Scissors?
Dude, I'm always the kind of guy that I'm focusing on covering ground because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So I have like a lot of points and then like look at the rest of my teammates and I'm like, okay, 150, 200. And I'm like, come on, guys, please.
James Allen says Rock won for the UK one. But I think that all 3 were different. I think winners were different in each region, I believe. It was pretty weird. Like that might have been the UK one, James Allen. But I'm not sure about the Japanese one. Yeah, they announced it on Twitter, right? On the respective Twitters for each region. Right. Of course, they announced it in game as well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of so funny, like because you're so used to like when the ink is being counted at the end of a Splatoon match, you're just so used to just having, one side versus the other, and then the ink just goes and it's like the percentage is like whatever 49-51 or something like that. But when there's 3 teams and it's like and there's like 3 colors there and it's like, what am I looking at? This is but the tricolor battles, that's not even the point. The point is the activating the rockets,
Hmm.
which counts for more than just coloring the floor. So then that will give you more of the percentage. It's very confusing. I don't know the finer points, and I'm going to have to play this a lot more to understand fully how to win these games. But I did manage to win when I was on a team of 2, which was cool, and I activated the rocket a whole bunch of times, which was cool. So that was pretty satisfying to win those ones. But yeah, sometimes I just didn't even know how I won. Or I thought I easily won, and then I didn't. And I'm like, oh, wait, what? We got higher percentage, but they got more rocket activations. Fuck. It's like, okay. It's like, I'm not really sure the algorithm of how that is calculated is what I'm trying to say.
It's YouTube's algorithm.
Yeah, that's right. You get no money for this video.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, stay tuned for Ty's section. Maybe that will be true.
All right.
But it's fun. I mean, it's cool to have something new. I mean, Splatoon 3 having a 3-way battle, it's cool. It's something new. And a long time ago, people were data mining Splatoon 2. So I'm talking like years ago. And somebody found an unused mode called rocket mode, where you activate rockets and stuff like that. It was like somebody kind of somehow programmed together a rocket mode in Splatoon 2 to make it run on an emulator, and it kind of worked. So you could kind of see how it was going to work. They use like placeholder assets and stuff like that.
Sure.
I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting, but it's not that interesting maybe in the game. So I can see why they cut it out. So it's cool to see it back here. I think, you've used it in Splatoon 3. That's pretty cool. So the training area is pretty cool. And they've finally got rid of 2 of the most annoying things that's been plaguing Splatoon for a long time. Is that, once you're waiting for a match, you're just kind of stuck looking at a loading screen, or not loading screen, but finding people screen.
Yeah.
And the other one is you have to sit through the fucking chatty bollocks at the beginning.
Yeah.
They fixed both of those things for Splatoon 3. So you can walk around freely in this kind of training area and do whatever you want. And in the background, it is finding matches. So you can change your weapon, try out weapons, whatever you want. As soon as you start searching for a game, you can't change your weapon. Obviously, that's locked in at that point. But you can train with that weapon. There's like a little kind of robot that you can turn on to kind of fire back at you and to train like dodging and stuff like that. You can practice using your special and all that kind of good stuff. Things that you would normally do on the recon mode in the other 2 games, you can now just do it while you're waiting for a match. That is fucking awesome. Yeah. And also the kind of chatty bollocks when you're walking around the city is also just in the top left. So you don't have to have it full screen. You can just have it in the corner away and just listen to it as you're walking around the town, which is another amazing thing. And it's like, finally. And because the Splatfest demo, it's literally only the Splatfest. So none of the other modes are available in the demo. So a lot of things that we don't know about yet.
Right.
We will in 2 days.
Yeah.
Danny, am I forgetting anything about the Splatfest?
I don't think so. I think you covered it.
To talk about?
Yeah. I mean, just one last comment from me. It just felt good to be playing Splatoon again because it had been a while, and just hopping back in, I was like, okay, I liked this game. I still like it. So, yeah.
A little different from me because I never stopped playing Splatoon.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. It's cool that it brought you back, and you said that you've already pre-ordered the 3rd one. So
yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Looking forward to playing with you.
Yeah.
For me, it's more like, it's good to have new stuff to do, and I don't know. Are we going to talk about new Splatoon 3 news stuff later or now? Because this is new business, right? So we're talking about what we're actually playing,
right?
Like what we actually played.
Yeah.
Can we talk about things we haven't played yet?
Such as
things about Splatoon 3 that we haven't played yet, but we know is in the game.
That's fine.
Yes. So I guess we could talk about the new idols, which we did see.
Right.
I briefly mentioned it in my little video clip that I sent you from the UK. My initial impression was like, gross. They're all fucking garbage. Like the way they were introduced, it was like, oh, I don't like that one. Oh, I don't like that one. Ah, that one's even worse. No, stop. That's gross. Like with Marina and Pearl was pretty gross, but Marina was ultra cute, and she was my favorite by far. Callie and Marie, they look exactly the same. Who gives a shit? And as Cyrus had a love affair with one of them. I don't know. I can't even remember which one he loved, but for him, he could tell the difference, and I couldn't tell the difference. It's like one has a sushi hat, and the other one has a fish hat.
Like that, right?
Something like that. Something very obtuse like that. But with Splatoon 2, Marina is like completely unique. I mean, she was an Octoling.
Yeah.
So it's like a previously an enemy character is now an idol, and she's cute and she's nice and she's a DJ and she kicks ass and she's awesome.
Yeah.
And then with this one, they're calling it like almost like a troupe, like a trio, right? 3-member, like, I don't know, music group.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the first one, like Fry, she's got fangs and she's kind of like doing all these kind of weird dance moves. She's like ultra gross. And then this kind of very pale one called Shiver. Initially, I really didn't like her, but upon closer inspection, these are lovers. No, and closer inspection, she's okay. She's okay. I'm kind of warming up on Shiver. That's a kind of ironic sentence there, but anyway, yeah, Shiver's all right. Shiver's all right. I think I'm gonna stick with Shiver. I think she's gonna be my girl. And then there's Big Man. Who the fuck is Big Man? This fucking Manta Ray guy stood behind holding the TV. He's like, I'm Big Man. It's like, get the fuck out, Big Man. We don't need you.
I thought he was the coolest guy. I thought he was cooler than the other two.
Fucking Big Man. I mean, I like his Japanese name. His Japanese name is called like Mantaro.
Okay.
So it's like Manta Ray, like man, but Taro like a boy, like, you know, whatever, Rintaro or whatever. Mantaro. Yeah. I like his Japanese name. And the two girls, like, they have the Japanese names. I kind of forgot the Japanese names at the moment, but they are references to, fish related things. Oh, a Shiver. Shiver is the countable for sharks. Like you say, Shiver of sharks.
Oh,
yes.
I had no idea.
Fry is spelled differently as well, like Fry.
Yeah.
Ari, I think it is, like something like that. And Fry also has a fishing reference. I can't remember off the top of my head. But anyway, yeah, they're not just random names. They actually do have, fish-based meanings. And same for the Japanese ones. But I don't have that deep knowledge of what they're trying to say with the Japanese names. So I'd have to. Those things will probably be revealed later on a Wikipedia article.
Right.
So yeah, I do like when the Splatfest demo, like when the Splatfest is going on, because you could visit the city before the Splatfest started, which was cool. So you could see the city just quiet and normal. And then when the Splatfest started, the party starts, and then these floating kind of dashi, floats, right? These floating floats. Floating floats, yeah. These floating floats float around the city with each one, the three of them. Each one has one of the idol, the band members on it, and they're doing very kind of traditional Japanese style dancing, and the music is very, very heavily Japanese influenced, like Japanese festival music. Like if anyone's been to a summer festival here in Japan, like it will be very, very familiar. It's like, the taiko drums and like, that kind of high pitched kind of singing that, is done. Overall, I don't know if Danny, if you agree with me here, like I felt Splatoon 3 is heavily, heavily Japanese influence, like Japanese culture influence, like more than ever. Like it was really like very traditional Japanese culture, Japanese music, the movements of the character, everything was like, wow, this is full on Japan. Like,
and I mean, yeah, because I mean, you did have that to an extent in the first two, especially like, okay, this is like Shibuya, or basically like that. You're somewhere in Tokyo is what it basically is. But this is, like you said, very obviously nods to traditional Japanese festivals and stuff like that, which is cool. And it's something that as a Nintendo fan, and maybe it's something that you might not notice, but like Nintendo puts a lot of this weird sometimes mannerisms for their character models and stuff like that into games that maybe you don't really notice. Like, for example, like in Majora's Mask, there's like a couple of cutscenes where Link is like literally doing like the Japanese bow and stuff like that. And I mean, if you don't know a lot about Japanese culture or something, you just see, okay, he's just being weirdo bowing. But like, you're like, whoa, that's stuff like that. They'll just like put that type of crap in there. Animal Crossing's rife with this stuff too. So
when you play Ocarina of Time after living in Japan, like you listen to Link's sound effects, and you're like, holy shit, he's Japanese. It's like goes, it's like, shit, that's a Japanese dude. Like you totally can tell. At the time, you don't really think about it. I think Splatoon 1 is, I could be pulling this out my ass, but I believe it's supposed to be Harajuku.
Okay.
Splatoon 2 is supposed to be Shibuya.
Okay.
And I don't know what Splatoon 3 is supposed to be, but it does look like a Tokyo-based city again.
Right.
But I couldn't tell you which part it is. But they have, I think Game Explained did like a analysis video of it, and they noticed lots of these three symbols that it's not the Chinese zodiac, but it's like, it's some part of some kind of Asian cultural points. Like there's like a fish and a frog and a something, and it's like, it's related to Japanese cultural stuff. It's like symbolism around the city related to traditional Japanese culture. So it's pretty wild. And also the Fry character, the yellow-haired, weird-looking girl, she does very kind of like Southeast Asian kind of dance moves and stuff, which are based on certain cultural things as well. So they've really done their research. This is not just like, make stuff look wacky and weird and for fun. This is like, they're based on actual cultural things. It's pretty wild. So yeah, I mean, there's a whole like stuff that we haven't played yet because we haven't played the full game yet, but there are other stuff that is maybe quickly worth mentioning. There is a new mini game where you collect, I'm just trying to find out what the name is called, but it's basically a card game, and there's 150 of these cards in the game. It's, what is it called? You actually get these packs of cards in the game. It's like, very, very, it's like, Pokemon trading card game style things. And you basically, each card has a shape, like almost like a Tetris block shape that you place on this grid. And it's you're playing against someone else. I think you're playing against Sheldon, the little crabby guy who sells you weapons. Yeah, he's an arms dealer. Get over it.
It's the game is called Table Turf Battle, James.
Table Turf Battle. Thank you very much. Table Turf Battle. So that's like a whole mini game they just stuck in there. And that's in the lobby area. You can just go and play with Sheldon. Sheldon's always been the nerd character in the game, right? Like, but he sells high caliber weaponry, whatever. He's a nerd, but whatever. And now he's playing tabletop card games. God bless him.
That little mini game looks kind of interesting. I want to give that a shot, and hopefully it's fun.
The Salmon Run is back. We knew that. You now helicoptered in to the area, which is pretty cool, and it is now available all the time. So it used to be on a 3-day rotation with a little, maybe like an 8-hour gap between the rotations where you couldn't play, and the Grisco place would be closed. The doors would be locked. The doors will never be locked. It will always be open. So you could literally just play that game, that play versus enemy game. You could play that all day if you wanted to. You never play the regular game ever if you wanted to, which is pretty wild. I
Did you say that was your favorite mode before?
Yeah. Splatoon 2 mode is awesome. Salmon Run mode is awesome. It's that's kind of scary. That if that never closes and there's never any reason to get out of that mode, like I could easily see myself never leaving that fucking area.
Quit work.
It's cool.
The only time you get up is to like charge your controller.
Yeah.
Every couple of days.
And they've added a whole bunch of bosses, and there's like these huge bosses that they've added now. You're really gonna have to do some epic teamwork to kill these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be exciting to play that. You know. So yeah, you're never gonna get kicked out of that. So that should be fun. What other modes? I don't think there's. Oh yeah, the story mode, or hero mode as it's called in Japanese. And so Nintendo America, the Treehouse, did a live stream. Well, it wasn't live, but they did a stream, pre-recorded live stream of this. And the first thing I noticed is it seems to be based on the DLC.
Okay.
Danny, did you ever play the expansion pass?
Never bought it.
Okay. Yeah, so that was it was pretty hard. It was meant to be played after you've completed the story mode, and you've completed everything and you've done everything. It's like let's start from there. So you're starting at difficulty 100. We're taking it from difficulty 100 and starting it from there, right?
Right.
So it's weird because this seems to be taking it in that kind of direction. Like this is the story mode in Splatoon 3. Is that fucking hard? So good luck to newcomers. Maybe they were only showing hard levels because it was the live stream and they wanted to show off the hard stuff because pros were going to be watching it.
Yeah.
Because that would be pretty unfair to like start newcomers off in like that kind of difficulty. That would be pretty hard.
Right.
So the thing that differentiates the expansion pass, Danny, I don't know if you knew this, but like in the main game, you're just kind of walking around this area and you go down the drains and then you go into the stage and you do it and you come back to this home hub area and then you go to the next one, that kind of thing, right? You can kind of walk around freely, but it's kind of limited, right? So with the expansion pass, you on this kind of subway system where you choose a level and you go to it and you start in a very little box, your little tiny little box, and you can choose which weapon you want.
Okay.
And depending on which weapon you use, it gets harder or easier.
Okay.
So they'll have a recommended weapon for you, which is probably the easiest one to do that stage with. But if you want to really test yourself, you could, for example, a stage where, I recommended to use a normal, splatter shot, just a standard ass gun. Yeah. You could do it with a sniper rifle, and these stages, you're grinding along a rail and you can't stop. And it's like you're having to snipe things while moving at 100 miles an hour.
Right.
That makes it a lot harder. But if you do that, you'll get more points. So you'll be rewarded. If you complete the stages with weapons which make it harder, you'll get more coins. You get more money.
Okay.
So Splatoon 3 story mode is the same way. It's the same thing. You're starting a little kind of plastic box area. It gives you a choice of 3 or 4 weapons. They'll give you a recommended one. If you use this weapon, it'll be easiest. But you don't have to. You can choose other ones, and you might get more money. But it's a risk reward. If you die, you lose money. So it's you have to be careful. You actually pay an entry fee, which was true in the expansion pass as well in Splatoon 2. So you pay an entry fee. If you die, you lose that money. Okay. If you win, you might quadruple that money, right?
Right.
So it's a big risk reward kind of thing with that. So that's kind of interesting. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, and I mean that's available if you have Splatoon 2 and you have the expansion pack.
Oh, shit,
yeah, you could just play it. It's just there. So
yeah,
I could play it. I could, but I don't have any interest in doing the single player stuff. Not right now at this point. It's like whatever.
Yeah, man. Train yourself up. Get ready for Splatoon 3 story mode.
I'll probably just be sticking to Turf Wars for about 40 hours and then drop it. So
So they're going to release another app, iRoll. So Splatnet 3. So probably that's, well, it's inside the Nintendo app, isn't it? It'll just be like another icon in there.
Yeah.
Looks to be mostly the same. You can buy, stuff on the app, buy stuff with your Squid money, and keep track of everything.
They really don't do much with that stuff, do they? It's just weird. It's like every once in a while they'll just be like, "Hey, we made a game. Maybe we should make use of this little thing that we have," and they just kind of put it out there randomly. It's kind of stupid, but I will say, the Splatoon 2 one, it was really full fledged. You can see a lot of the statistics and stuff like that too, which is kind of cool. If you're into that, I am. So.
So, there's like kind of photo mode where you can do backgrounds to your phone kind of easily in like phone portrait mode or whatever, which is cool. We know about the amiibos are not coming out on launch; they're coming out in Christmas time, I believe.
Yeah,
which is octolings and a squid. No, small fry.
Yeah,
small fries are the little fishy guys from the salmon run. My favorite mode from Splatoon 2. And small fries are now good.
Yeah,
do you know that small fries are now your friend? Yeah,
actually, I have a small fry behind me. You could see him right there.
Yeah, there he is.
Yeah.
So this was actually on the Splatoon 3 announcement trailer, like way ago, like what, years ago now? You just was it last year or this year?
Crap, I'm trying to even remember.
Like when they just fucking shadow dropped. Oh yeah, we're making Splatoon 3. Boom.
Right.
It's like what the? That trailer. They actually started off the story mode, where you choose your hairstyle and your eye color and everything. But then it was like choose what your small fry looks like.
Yeah.
So he basically replaces the bomb. You can kind of throw him, and then he will like attack stuff for you. Or maybe he doesn't replace the bomb. I'm sorry, but I think it's like another one of the triggers, because bomb is like that R, right?
Yeah.
So I think small fry is like L or something like. It's a button that's not currently used.
Okay.
And you can throw him, and then he'll activate buttons for you, or he'll destroy things for you, and he can actually attack enemies as well.
Oh, that's cool.
It's not very strong, but like he'll help you out. And it also like those enemies with shields, where you can't attack them from the front, he will attack them from behind and make them turn around, and then you can shoot them in the back.
Okay.
So it kind of helps you out that way as well. So yeah, it'd be kind of interesting if you can upgrade him or something like that, or improve him in some way. That'd be kind of a cool thing. So yeah, it looks like Splatoon 3 is just Splatoon 2 with a lot more stuff, and all of the things that you wanted fixing are fixed. Seems to have fixed them. They seem to have finally allowed friend matches. Like, for example, if me and Danny wanted to play together and then just let random people join us, that is now possible. After 3 games, they finally fucking did it. So, yeah, it was so weird. In Splatoon 2, you could do it, but only in certain modes, and it's just like very, very weird. But yeah, that is fixed. Finally, that is fixed. So, yeah, it feels like they've just gone through the checklist of all the annoyances that people had. They fixed them. They've just, added so much more content and added some new modes as well. And, new weapons, new stages, whatever. So, yeah, very exciting.
Didn't they also say that this is like the last one in this story arc or something like that too? Something like that,
maybe,
right?
Yeah. It's funny because the character that you play in story mode is called like Agent 3, which is actually the name that it was in the second one. But then they also said, but this isn't the same character from Splatoon 2. So it's a bit confusing. Make up your mind, guys. So anyway, you're playing Agent 3 or whatever it is. I think.
Okay.
So.
Interesting. I don't know. I think, obviously all 3 Splatoon games are somewhat similar, but I don't know. I think for Splatoon 4, I think they really need to like up the count of like people. Like maybe just have more people like involved. You can have like bigger teams.
100 people, yeah.
Maybe not
Battle
that many.
Royale.
I don't know if Nintendo can handle doing an online game like that in a 3D environment. Online.
Yeah, you just remind me of another thing, Danny. Another thing that people didn't like is you're familiar with the expression being home based?
Okay.
Being home based, it's like, well, I guess to translate for Thai, that would be spawn camping.
Yeah.
So basically, you can't move from a spot because people you just getting trapped basically. So they fixed it in Splatoon 3 because you can now choose where you want to spawn. You just put your cursor in a certain area and pull the trigger, and you'll jump to that area. So they've actually removed the home base part of it, which is the first time they've ever done it, because it used to be like an invincible dome that you could stay in. But then if you had a really good other team, they would just home base you. So you just literally couldn't move from the home base, and you'd just be trapped there, and then you would lose, 95 to 5.
Yeah.
So that will not happen anymore. So that's pretty cool.
No more losing the better teams.
No more losing
Uh-oh.
to better. I think it's just more like there's more chance that you can actually make a comeback. Yeah, which is all good. Don't cry, Danny. Never give up. Never give up.
Let's give
up. Yes. Anyway, once we played the actual final game, there'll be more stuff to talk about. So yeah, stay tuned for the next 25 episodes of Splatoon 3 chat.
Uh-huh.
But you guys want to talk about Splatoon 3 again, but this time in POG form. I mean, food form.
Yes.
Well,
I haven't had any of the food. So
really?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured. I guess this will be my new business. I'm not gonna. I mean, we're already an hour in, and Ty hasn't even had his new business yet. But yes, I mean, Ty and I, we both got to try some of the 7-Eleven food. I don't think he has any on his person right now. I don't either, but I have some pictures. I can just maybe pop up here. But Ty, what exactly did you eat?
Let's see. I ate the donut. I ate the melon pan cream puff thing, and I had the squid burger.
Oh, okay. What'd you think of the squid burger?
It was okay. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was kind of a little bit greasy for me.
Oh, that's just how I like it.
Okay.
Wait,
yeah.
Was it squid?
Yeah. So I'll show up a
Oh,
picture of this here in just a second of the squid burger.
Are any of these things vegetarian? Well, I guess the donut is.
Yeah, the donuts. Oops, I'm not sharing. There it is. Oh God, now it was sharing. Shit.
I saw it. I saw it for 1 second.
Yeah. Sorry.
But no, the donut. The donut's got jam in the middle.
Okay, so there are two. There's a donut, just a sugar donut. It's just with icing. Okay. It's just 7-Eleven has donuts sometimes. It's just one of those with the Splatoon branding on it. The melon pan, it's like a blueberry melon pan, and they have some kind of icing on the top too. And there's actually blueberry jam inside of it. And it's pretty legit.
That sounds all right.
Yeah,
I liked it. It was
good.
Yeah.
Are these limited? Are they already sold out?
No, it's sold. I mean, these things come in, every every day probably. It just depends on your location and stuff. But this is the squid burger itself. And it's just, I mean, it's not bad. Mine was kind of there's mayo on it and also sauce, and it kind of got pushed to the back of the burger. So that kind of
once it's out the wrapper, it just looks like any old fucking burger, and it looks
it does. I mean, it is what it is, But 7-Eleven stuff, it's pretty good. And like I said, this was minced squid, and also some squid chunks in there too. Yeah, not bad. A little bit greasy. I can't do the fish at 7-Eleven. It just fucks me up. Yeah, and James will try to pop up that melon pan too.
I like melon pan.
Yeah, it's
what is melon pan if people don't know?
I guess you could say what the heck? It's a sweet bun. What the heck? Melon bread, melon roll or something. It's not. Yeah, sometimes it has a melon taste. Sometimes they put other flavors on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Too.
Well, I think the most important part of a melon pan is the kind of crispy, the crystallized, sugary, cakey top part of the bread, right? So it's a sweet bread roll, but the top has got this nice baked sugary bit on the top. That's really good.
Right. And you can
Yeah.
see it because like this is the top of the melon pond for the Splatoon one, the blueberry one. Look, I mean, really good like presentation. They're matching the colors of the game and stuff is really cool. If you turn it over, you can see like there is like a crystallized or not whatever type of thing like on the top, and then there's blueberry on the inside too.
I like you're watching scene by scene of Danny eating this thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
We need like a stop motion of it being devoured.
Oh, exactly.
Next is a picture of Danny, inside Danny's mouth. Danny lying on the floor with a stomach ache. Yeah.
Exactly. I will. Yes, I mean, I did get to try everything. There's also some jellies, which are actually quite nice. I'll kind of just throw those up here, actually.
I haven't tried those yet. I want to.
They're pretty decent. Like, I'll throw those up here just a second. The first one I actually got because my wife picked it up for me. God bless her. Was this one, just the regular apple
Zeddy.
and muscat grape. And yeah, it's just jelly. It's kind of like, oh my God, there's this thing called agar. I don't know if I wasn't even familiar with what that was, but it's like a gelatin that holds shit like into place, and it's holding this other jellies like into place inside of this cup.
Isn't that what you grow bacteria on in a petri dish?
Yes. I guess like for like Americans, like maybe that's why I've never heard of it because I looked it up and like, what the hell is this? And it's like that's the thing. But I guess in other countries and stuff, they use it for food too.
Well, agar is the thing. Well, if it's made with agar, then I can eat it because that means it's vegetarian. If it's gelatin, then I won't eat it. But yeah,
because genuine gelatin is made out of like fucking horse hooves or something fucking ridiculous.
Exactly.
God, I'm learning new things every day.
Pig bones, but yeah, close enough.
Yeah,
bald eagle heads.
That's only in America, I think.
Yeah.
But the other one that I like too, like another like chilled snack. It's the
What's this?
Come on, please. Strawberry and onion tofu. This strawberry, like a layer of strawberry and on the top, and then just some like sweet tofu. And you can see too, it's kind of nice. Like on the packages, all of these, they have like an explanation of like what is there and like how they do this and stuff.
The whole ass diagram.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then this is what it is. I mean,
wait, did that say ikasu? It's not. Doesn't have squid ink there, does it?
No,
is that just the name?
Just the name. And like,
okay, thank God.
There was some kind of like stylized thing that they were saying, I think with like ikasu or something. It's
okay.
Oh my God, I was talking to my wife about it. There was some kind of slang that people used in like the 70s and 80s. That was something like that. And they're kind of like implementing that into the
squeezed squid ink.
Yeah.
Japan is the only country where you have to ask for salad without meat. Just trust me on that one as a vegetarian in Japan.
I believe
Can I have the green salad without chicken? Thanks.
Yes. Can I have the vegetarian dish, please? Oh, with chicken or fish? Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. Cool. I think I'll have to check the ingredients, but I think I'll definitely get the melon pan and maybe this strawberry thing as well. Looks good.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe not. Maybe no savory stuff, squid burgers or whatever.
Yeah, they do. Then one other thing that they have here too, I'll bring this up, and that's a curry, which is quite nice. James, it has meat and stuff, so yeah, probably not for you.
Really?
But it's it's a beef and chicken, butter chicken curry, and it was actually pretty legit. It's the most expensive thing they have on the menu, and like right now you can see like what the hell is over that rice. It's a plastic cover, so it kind of keeps the rice in place when you're warming the thing up, and also probably makes it so it warms up faster too, I bet.
Right. What's this got to do with Splatoon? It just looks like a regular curry with a sticker on the box.
It's just called like the Turf War Battle Curry. It's two halves, right? It's the beef versus the curry, and
okay.
And you could see it better like this.
Danny, that's a good point to lead on to Metal Mike's question here. It says, have they ever done a crossover content like Mario or Zelda stuff? So when you talk about Splatfests, like Danny just said here, beef versus chicken or whatever, right?
Butter chicken, yeah.
That would be a good Splatfest, right? Like, what's your favorite? This or this, right? So they have done a lot of cool Splatfests in the past in Splatoon 1 and 2. So they've had Pokemon, for example.
Oh, okay.
They've had, whatever, Squirtle versus Pikachu or whatever. And if you choose your team, you actually get the t-shirt of that, and the t-shirt will have that thing on it. So they've done like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splatfest. I think it was like Leo versus Raph, I think.
Okay.
Do you remember that one back in the day? And you would actually get a Raph. I chose Raph team at that time. And you actually get a Raph t-shirt to wear during Splatfest. So yeah, there've been all sorts of great. They've done like SpongeBob or Patrick, all sorts of crazy stuff. And it's pretty wild to think that the new Splatfest are going to have 3 choices. So there's going to be all sorts of crazy variations.
3 Ninja Turtles instead of 2.
Yeah, man. I wonder, are they really going to do 3 for every single Splatfest from now on? Or is that just sometimes? I don't know. We'll find out soon enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of cool crossovers. And actually, Danny, if we do end up choosing the Japanese Splatfest every time, we're going to have a lot of Japanese food.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember some of the ones in the past, Danny? Like
different types of ramen, different chocolates, like the mushroom caps, or like oh my god, what are those called? They're so good. But yeah, a lot of like Japanese snacks brands.
Yeah,
maybe they did like tea or something. I don't remember. Coffee, like what was it? Milk tea versus some other kind of tea or something like that. Branded,
and I love how the ink represents the thing that you choose. So when it was like milk tea versus whatever, what was it?
Sure,
lemonade or something. Like the ink will be the color of the thing you chose. So for example, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle ones, Raph was your ink was always red, and whatever Donnie was whatever blue, purple, whatever color it is.
That purple stuff.
Yeah, so it's cool. The Splatfests are really, really cool events, and I'm really glad they're back. And because you get cool stuff for your character during the Splatfest. The ink is the color of your team, and they usually, Twitter gets a buzzing during that time. People get excited, for their teams and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's a shame that they stopped it after like 2 years or something. They always seem to have 2 years worth of Splatfest, and then they just drop them. I always think, why don't you just do them again? Just start from the first one and do it again, because often people miss them. Like I know I missed, a couple during Splatoon 2, and it would have been nice to have another go, but they just drop it. Shame. What are we looking at now, Dan?
So
a lot of ice cream. Holy shit!
I won't go too long on this because I want to make sure Ty gets to his God stuff. But no, like there's a lot of stuff that you can actually get at the 7-Eleven too. It's usually like if you buy X, Y, and Z, you can get this thing or whatever. And there was some pretty exclusive folders that they had. It's like you buy like 2 ice cream products and you get a folder. Each store was only limited to 24 folders total, and there's like 4 variations, so there's just 6 of each at every shop. And I missed out at my local shop, but then like my wife's like, why don't you go to this other one in town, because nobody fucking goes there. And I did, and I found them, but they only had one kind of ice cream to get, so I had like 8 of the same like super cup vanilla ice creams, which I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's vanilla ice cream. It's good, but like, Jesus Christ, man. But yeah, I also got a lot of teas, like tea and stuff for the bottle toppers. I got all of those as well. Like just a bunch of stuff. It was awesome. And then, with the, they have like a lottery thing. I got a really good pull. I talked about this on Twitter. You guys probably saw it, but I got like the best items. It's like a cushion and the blankets. Like it was great. And it was a fun thing. It's like I wasn't even planning on doing all this stuff, but you just get there and you're like, I need 10 tickets, please. I don't care if it's like 7,000 yen. That's fine. I need it. There it is. Who's laughing now?
Good job.
Yeah. Azek with the triple Splatfest system now, they can do all the sides of the Triforce. That's right. And Big Man will be power, obviously.
Big Man.
Here comes the big man.
Man, we're getting some love for the big man today. What is that?
We are good. Guys on the right track.
Yep.
Yeah, this episode should just be called the Splatoon 3 special. Yes.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think it's time for Ty to show us some boobs.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Please don't show too much.
Here we go.
Please. All right, Ty. What's up, bud?
This is where we get banned.
It was nice having a channel. It was nice having the YouTube channel.
All right. So a while ago, East Asia Soft, they announced you can get an exclusive physical version of Pretty Girls Collection on Switch with naked boobs. LMAO.
Yeah.
Only available in the UK. So anyway, long story short, I've now successfully imported games from 3 different continents. Yes, I got this fucking thing in the mail. It's 4 games in one. It's Pretty Girls Panic, Pretty Girls Mahjong, another Pretty Girls Mahjong, and Solitaire. Good old Windows 3.1 Solitaire.
I just like to confirm, me going to the UK and then Ty having a game with nudie girls from the UK in the next episode is just coincidence. Okay.
Yeah, although we did have a pretty good conversation about it. Like, but before I found an import site that would like send it right to me for a pretty good price, I asked him, "Hey, can I ship this to your family? And you can pick it up?"
I said no, but he did anyway. Now my dad's got 3 copies of this Mahjong.
Right, right, mate.
Right. So you get this game. It comes with a stylus as well.
Oh, cool.
And you slap it into your Switch, and it pulls up 4 different titles on one cartridge.
Oh, okay.
That's a thing. I don't know if you guys have seen any other games that do that.
Yeah, the physical version of Famicom Detective Club here, it pulls up 2 icons as well.
Okay.
Oh, so 4 icons on the home screen, even though it's 1 game card.
Right. Like I a few hours ago, I tweeted a picture, and it shows like the 4 games.
Sure.
Yeah. So let's see. All right. So yeah, exclusive in this version, it is naked boobs. These are the same games you can buy individually for like $5 or some shit. Like I originally got Mahjong because it was like super cheap, and I saw fucking what's his name tweeting about it constantly. Kamiya. Kamiya was right. Fucking Mr. Boobs. Bayonetta. Yeah, he was constantly tweeting like, "Hey, I'm playing this fucking strip Mahjong Solitaire game on my Nintendo Switch. It's pretty good."
So like, do you need a stylus, Ty, or what?
No, you don't. You can play with a pad. In fact, you can see me play with a pad on this footage because it's the only way I could hook it up to my fucking video capture. Fight stick. Yeah, I can play it with my fight stick. All right. So let's roll some footage, and hopefully I didn't miss censoring anything. All right, let's see. Share video file. And
hopefully
I can tell you
miss not censoring anything.
Right? Yeah. Duh, where the fuck did I save all this stuff? Let's see. I got
don't check this folder, mom. Folder.
Yeah. God.
All right. Here we go. I don't know what the volume is on these. It might be super loud.
We can turn it down.
Oh yeah, I got it. Okay, so yeah, you can see my title screen there, basically. For a second there. Oh yeah, I can just rewind this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you can do.
So yeah, you see the first 4 titles on there. That's what's on the cartridge. We got Panic, Klondike Solitaire, Mahjong Solitaire, and Delicious Pretty Girls Mahjong Solitaire. Right, that's the one I already had and was playing earlier. Yep, another 18 only Thai segment. Let's go.
Yes.
Made with Unity. Yep.
Funbox. That's what they're calling it these days.
Right. This game is a work of fiction. No, I thought it was like a Mahjong Solitaire documentary.
It is.
Oh, that's kind of loud, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh man, that warning at the beginning is pretty.
All right. Let me tell you about the title screen. Yeah, censorship is working.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you have all these different characters here. By the way, it shows one you've unlocked randomly on the title screen, so you can get like jump scare boobs immediately.
God.
All right, so
jump scare boobs, eh? That's a good episode title, actually.
Jump scare, but we'll see. Okay, so you may have seen this kind of game in like weird MAME-ROM collections. So it's kind of like an action puzzle where you have to uncover the picture and avoid the enemies. So like
And they
if they,
okay.
yeah, if they touch you when you're off the grid, so to speak, or your line that you make, like you fucking die. But you have to like basically cut out part of the picture here, and you win once you get 75% of it.
Okay.
So this is kind of like an easy to medium level. It gets really hard actually.
Okay.
So you try not to get distracted with the girl talking in your ear while you do this, and you have to like not get fucking killed by a crab or whatever.
Oh, as Azik said, "Hey, this is a just a clone of Taito's Quicks."
Yes, it is. I mean, I've seen a lot of games like this in Forbidden MAME-ROM collections, pretty much. But like, I never actually played them.
Mm-hmm.
But this, like, I actually got like fucking addicted to this game. It's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you can buy a non-lewd version for like $5 or whatever.
I was gonna say, I mean, the gameplay looks like it could be actually kind of fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. Like, I couldn't put it down. Yeah, it's not a wholly original kind of game.
Sure.
But I'm finding this particular version to be really fun.
Azik also
not
said,
just because of the giant naked anime.
right.
I mean, they're nice.
Yes, Azik said, I remember playing similar games on DOS back in the 90s.
Yeah, right.
With similar backgrounds too.
Yeah. Yo, like, yeah, these are like in every MAME-ROM collection, and if you're lucky, you've actually seen them in a shady arcade.
Yeah, I think Lemonade brings up a better point too, Ty. It's like, why would you even bother with a non-lewd version? Come on.
Yep, good question.
That's the one that you play when your mom is in the room.
Yes.
Right? Like when I was playing this, I'm like, is there a way to turn like the lewdness off so I can like play this on the train? And the answer is no.
No, that must be like
Not
every
in
other
Japan.
Japanese business.
Yeah, you have to buy it twice if you want like a non-lewd version. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh god.
Here's the part where we get banned from YouTube.
Oh god. Are you kidding?
It's happening.
Are you actually cutting away the parts on purpose to not reveal
That's right.
nipples? Oh man, that's amazing.
Wow.
That's
Russ too.
amazing.
Or sorry, Rich. Actually, hey, Rich. It looks like I woke up this.
Oh, I
time.
died.
Yes.
You guys are safe. I died right there. Don't worry. I got 3 more lives. Oh fuck! The video ended. I'm so sorry.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Well played, sir.
All right.
Great.
Oh,
Okay, but I got 2 more videos.
okay.
Let's see.
Right, what is this rated? Is it
M.
rated Peggy?
It is rated M.
Peggy 15. Peggy
I've seen
18.
the North American
The
ratings. I'm not
box
sure.
says 16, but
Peggy 16. Okay.
isn't there like a higher rating than that?
Well, yeah, 18.
Right? Like
18 is the highest.
I think this is just like the regular box. But I don't know.
I think you can have boobs at 16.
Maybe. I don't know. What
Yeah, that's fine. In Europe, that's fine. In America, that's like, you know,
in Europe this is normal.
Yeah.
All right.
In America, you just get banned from everything. Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
All right. Next
But-
video.
Yeah, James Allen's like, oh, damn it.
All right, you guys want to see Mahjong Solitaire or fucking regular Solitaire?
Mahjong Solitaire. Those are 2 totally different games. Doesn't make
Yeah,
any
let's.
sense.
Yeah.
Don't. Let's.
All right, here we
Mahjong is
go.
a game you play with your Chinese grandma. Solitaire is what your dad plays at work.
So this one had jump scare boobs like right in the front because I already played it a lot.
Nice editing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
So
playing
this
the
is
Virtual
like
Boy version? Okay.
yeah, this is like the older version. This one's actually pretty easy. So I tried to. This is the speed run to boobs.
Speed run to boobs.
Yeah, like actually the delicious Mahjong Solitaire is like way fucking harder. It's really hard. That's the one I've been playing, but this is the easier one.
Is this actually like Mahjong rules? Like, dude, I don't even know.
It's Mahjong Solitaire. Regular Mahjong is like played like a card game more or less.
On a-
But
on like
this is a puzzle that you can like set up and play by yourself with the tiles.
Okay.
But it's way more fun when the computer does that shit for you, let me tell you.
This looks like it would be easier with the stylus.
Yeah, like I play this with the touch screen regularly. But like, yeah, if you play on controller, you get a cursor like this. But yeah, with touchscreen, you can just go pop, like as fast as you can match and get those high scores. It has scoreboards, by the way.
Okay.
Online scoreboards.
Online scoreboards, wow.
Rich brings up, hey, my building has a Mahjong club. I'll have to show this to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, so you can compete with Kamiya online for the high score.
What?
Great feature.
What's his username?
I don't know. I'm sure there's a joke to be made here somewhere.
Easy.
Yeah, Mahjong. Regular Mahjong is a game for 4 Asian boomers. That's absolutely right.
Yeah.
Another good episode title for Asian boomers. Man, rolling out today.
Right. But yeah, I used to play like a Mahjong solitaire game on Windows 95. It came with my pre-made computer.
Nice.
It was pretty.
It was
fun.
probably in that DS game as well, right? Clubhouse, whatever.
Clubhouse games.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, and Microsoft has a free one on Windows. You can get achievements on.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'd just like to remind everyone listening that Ty has never played Breath of the Wild, but he has 4 nudie Mahjong games on his Switch.
That's fucking right.
Send you messages now.
Right.
Right then.
All right.
Game of the year. It was
Yeah,
definitely
Game of
going
the
to be the top 5, isn't it?
All right. So the way this works is you have to complete 3 puzzles to see the new outfit or lack thereof.
Okay.
And I think they do it like in a specific way to try to distract you. Like the music changes and you see you have like the little Son Goku here fucking messing with you. Mahjong still. I got a friend that plays Mahjong still. There's the sensor bar. It worked.
The sensor bar. It's not talking about the Wii sensor bar.
Right. Not that kind of sensor bar.
Different
another candidate for an episode title.
Right.
This is CENSOR, not SON.
Yeah. So, how many Nintendo games can you name with nudity?
I don't think even Bayonetta has nudity, isn't it? Everything covered up by her hair or whatever.
Yeah, more or less.
That's only in naive angel mode.
Okay.
Just like Azik said earlier too. No naive angel mode for Ty. No way.
No. Wait, there was BMX XXX on GameCube.
Oh, yo, I have that game. It's awful, but it's so, yeah, whatever.
All right, I better stop it here.
Everyone else just turns off the video at this point.
Right.
Okay, we're out.
No, I got one more game. Because remember, it's a 4-pack.
Right.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's see. How do I remove this? Okay, remove from studio. Now we're gonna see some old-fashioned Windows 3.1 solitaire.
Great.
What, you mean cards?
Yeah,
Playing cards? Okay.
that's right.
But with boobs.
More boobs. Actually, I haven't played this at all, other than when I recorded.
Okay.
But
Funbox Media.
yeah, it is a fun box.
All characters portrayed are aged 18 years or older. Yeah, that's just
Right? Sure.
Yeah. Klondike.
Oh man, is this the one where like all the girls have like huge knockers? Yes, it is.
I think we're gonna get more hits than usual for the video version in this episode.
Yeah, that's my plan, right?
Yep.
I've seen them. Look at this. Look at them.
Those-
These are
wow.
absurd.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's not normal or healthy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
How do they even walk without
So they
hurting
probably have some
themselves?
kind of
They
problems with
don't. They all have
minds.
painful back problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Famicast episode 200, whatever. Severe back problems.
Yeah.
Here's the rules for solitaire.
Alright.
I bought like let me turn this down. I bought the other one with different rules. I have no fucking idea how to play it.
Okay.
If it's not the Windows 3.1 flavor of solitaire, I don't know how to play it. Like I'm not even this good at solitaire. Like you might watch the video and see I'm like struggling to remember what to do.
Right.
Right. Oh god, who on the Discord said what happens when you win at solitaire? And somebody said their clothes fly off and they bounce and like leave a trail behind like the Windows 3.1. That would have been so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lemonade. Even when back to Bayonetta, even when Bayo's hair disappears, there is no actual nudity. She always has something on underneath, so it's just a tease.
Gotcha. Pre-order canceled for Bayonetta 3.
Yeah. Not lewd enough for me.
Yep. Okay, so those are the video games. There's the other Mahjong one that I haven't shown, but yeah.
Okay.
There it is.
Oh yes.
I mean, I know that like digitally, like you said, Ty, like these games are cheap. So like if you want to take the plunge, like
yeah, and they go on sale sometimes.
Yeah.
So I mean, like I would like 100% recommend Pretty Girls Panic just as like a fun game, big anime boobs or not.
Right.
Yeah, in fact, I think I should try out some of the old MAME arcade ones I saw. See how tough those are. I imagine they would be harder, right?
Yes.
Old ass arcade game, probably.
Sure.
Zeke doubts it, but we'll see.
Are these games available on PS5? Zeke says, and then
actually,
maybe. I know PlayStation 4. Yeah, I thought I saw that on their website or something.
Yeah, maybe. They're definitely also available on Steam as well as some others.
Yeah.
Get them on the Steam Deck.
Eagerly waiting for like the femboy version of Mahjong Solitaire to come out on Switch. I don't think it will.
Jeez.
All right, so those are the video games.
All right.
Well, I got one more thing to talk about.
Okay.
Let me remove this or leave it up. I don't know. I've also been playing, of course, the new Dead by Daylight release. Wesker is out. And, I mean, they didn't just add Wesker. They added a whole bunch of Resident Evil stuff, actually. So, let's see. Dead by Daylight update. Project W for Wesker, I guess. And
makes sense.
New survivors are Ada and Rebecca. And you can just, like, buy the 3-pack for, like, $12, I think it is.
Okay.
So it's a pretty good deal. But they also have a whole bunch of optional cosmetics. Like so many fucking Resident Evil characters.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Who did they add? They had, let's see, Sheva. Who else? they have Hunk.
Tofu. Tofu.
They don't have Tofu yet.
Hunk.
They have Hunk as like a skin for Legion, one of the killers. I'm like pretty amazing. It's a little pricey, $15. But yeah, that's like more than like the actual DLC. But I'm tempted.
What's the little guy in Resident Evil 4 called? Salazar?
Yeah, Salazar sounds right. Or was Salazar the other guy?
Hold on. Wait, which one was it? Yeah, there's a little midget guy. That guy was
he in
crazy.
It?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Carlos from Resident Evil 3 is in it. Yeah, I've seen him around.
How about Lewis?
I don't think they have Lewis. But they also have more skins. Like you can play as like classic Resident Evil 1 Jill and like Resident Evil 1 Chris.
Jack Sandwich, was that one?
Jack Sandwich. Nemesis
Yeah, you told me about one of the games had someone called somebody Sandwich, right? It was like
Jill Sandwich is a meme. You were
Yeah.
almost a Jill sandwich.
No. I know the meme. No. You told me about the online Resident Evil game that you love, and one of the fucking whatever randomly generated characters in that game was called somebody sandwich, or maybe it was in that newer game, the online one. I don't remember.
I
But
don't know.
they turned the
Maybe.
meme. They turned the meme into a character. That's what I'm trying to say.
In
Some game.
Dead Rising, one of the stores in the mall is Jill's Sandwiches.
Nice.
That might be it. I don't know what the hell you're talking about otherwise.
Serious question. Do they have the RE4 dog?
Hey, it's that dog.
It's that dog, that man.
Hey, it's that dog. I haven't seen him.
Okay.
No.
Not as a player skin, like he's a killer.
That would be good. Like, yeah, he should be like a Demogorgon skin.
Yeah. Or just
everybody
like
calls him the weird dog anyway.
Yeah, right.
Let's see.
I found it. The game is Resident Evil Resistance. There's a guy called Martin Sandwich. Boom!
Neat.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it. So he's not in Dead by Daylight, I guess. No.
That's a Danny Bivens story if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
Okay. They also reworked the RPD map a lot, which is good because everybody kind of hated it. It had a lot of problems. So they've changed it into like 2 maps. It's actually still one big map, but you're only gonna play on like 2/3 of it. Like they expanded the original map, and you're gonna play over on like one side or the other, pretty much.
Okay.
It's like both versions. They encompass like the main hall, and like the rooms like immediately adjacent to it, but like the rest of like the east wing or the west wing will only be available on one in one game or another. And they expanded the outside area as well, so on the whole it's much more pleasant, I think. Wesker's fun. He grabs guys and slams them into walls or hurls them, and he's voice acted. He says the lines.
Okay.
They put in all the memes. He says 7 minutes, and you get the global saturation bonus. Pretty good. And you might recognize like a lot of his little killer add-ons as being, various junk from the various Resident Evil games. Like all the medallions and chalices and I don't know, pairs of sunglasses and whatever, what have you. Yeah, it's fun. Let's see. One of the survivors, Rebecca, you may remember her from Resident Evil 0 and 1.
Yeah. I know who she is.
Yeah. She has 2 of her perks that she has seem to be changing the game a whole lot. Maybe tilting the meta back towards a survivor advantage, maybe. We'll see. But yeah, she basically has a thing where she can do generators really fast by hitting consecutive skill checks. And she has a thing where if somebody's on the hook, like she can basically just pause the hook timer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of helpful.
Yeah, so dude's so it's no longer good strategy like ever to just base camp someone on the hook.
Basically,
if someone has the perk anyway, you can take your chances. Yeah, so that's fun. I like it. They just did like a bug fix patch like yesterday because Wesker's also pretty buggy.
Okay.
But altogether, I think it's probably the best state the game has ever been in. We'll see if maybe the meta becomes terrible again long term. I don't know, but I'm just enjoying playing the game right now.
Cool.
Yep. Oh! One more thing. They re-enabled the incentives, the role incentives, so you can now get like extra bonus points by playing whatever role is more in demand.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been just like bouncing back and forth between killer and survivor, getting like double blood points. It's a good fucking deal.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yes. They also lowered the cost of all the blood web upgrades and shit. So like the grind is like way fucking lower now. Like everything is great now. I love it.
Okay.
Yep. Come see me in the video game.
There it is. All right.
Yeah.
Well, if that's all Ty has, we're going to move on to a little bit of now playing at thefamicast.com.
Yep.
Now playing at famicast.com, lots of stuff going up on the website, YouTube, you name it. We probably have stuff going up around there. And actually, Ty, you just did a Patreon special. Do you want to talk about it just for a bit?
Yeah. Me and John Cario talked about Evo for 2 hours.
Nice. Nice.
Pretty good. Like he went,
okay,
and
cool.
I watched. So between the two of us, we kind of absorbed like all the things that came out of Evo.
Right.
And it was great. It sounds like for pretty much everybody involved, like they just knocked the event out of the park, which a lot of people are concerned that now it's like it's a wholly owned subsidiary of Sony and Pokimane. But the head organizer, I forget his actual last name. Everybody knows him as Rick the Hado. Okay. he's a well-known tournament organizer, and he just like fucking nailed it. He did a great job, and he announced about Evo Japan, and we talked about that a lot on the podcast. So if you want to hear about it, give us $3.
Yes,
nice. That's all we ask.
Yep. And yeah, other than that, yeah, a couple of videos up on YouTube here recently. I got the special edition of Shredder's Revenge, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. It's a little bit different than what you'd get in the West. So if you're curious, check it out. There's a really cool acrylic stand that I threw somewhere in this room that I can't show you right now. But I have it all on the video. Of course, lots of news and stuff like that, TGS related stuff, other Japanese sales related stuff to an extent. And yeah, I'm trying to think like James.
TGS, man.
Yeah, man.
Keep it locked. Famicast.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did a a Splatfest video. So if you missed the Splatfest and you forgot to download the demo and you're not going to buy Splatoon 3 until you've seen some video footage of it, go to the Famicast YouTube channel and watch my video. I show you the city and show you a match and weapons and stuff like that. It's good times. But yeah, in all seriousness, yeah, you should add the Famicast to your bookmarks because, TGS is coming up. We've got lots of exciting things, videos, articles, you name it. Next podcast, obviously, we're going to talk about it. But yeah. Genki's going to be doing the shizzle with us. It's going to be epic, awesome. Man. Absolutely. There might be even some new listeners listening now. Yeah. Thanks to Genki. And hello, welcome.
Yeah.
Please do enjoy. Oh, there's a Mo in the Famicast there again.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
James, what time is it?
I wasn't here last time. This time with the JAPANews.
That's right, folks. A little bit of Japanese for you today. There was a part that I put in at the bottom, and you know what? We don't need to talk about that. I primarily wanted to talk about TGS because TGS. The next episode we have TGS will already be done in 2 weeks from right now. It's happening next Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And yeah, this is the first in-person TGS that they've had since 2019. I couldn't go in 2019.
Oh, man.
So I haven't been since. Yeah, damn, man, I haven't been since 2018. So, and from then it was weird because I was going from like basically 2011 to 2018. I went every year, and then just to not go for 4 years, it's yeah,
that's pretty wild, isn't it? I mean, 2019 was the last. I mean, they have been having some kind of small in-person things, but we don't go because it's just boring shit that no one cares about. It's like all kind of business-relaed stuff, and they've got like a desk with like 3 guys on it and talking about shit.
A lot of like last year in 2020, there's a lot of online stuff, which I mean, for accessibility for you guys and stuff like that, it's great. for professional journalists such as ourselves. No, but I mean, for when you're running like a website and like doing stuff like this, kind of sucks, and it kind of makes you redundant to an extent. But when they actually have like demos and stuff that you can play that you can't play anywhere else, it kind of that's where we can like come in and kind of like help out you guys to give you like impressions of something on the floor, which it's always kind of fun too. But I have a list of as of right now, all of the known games are going to be at TGS that are going to be on Nintendo platforms. That doesn't necessarily mean that the versions they have at TGS will be Switch versions. That all just depends on like the developers and like publishers and whatever they want to do. But yeah, so if you should definitely check that whole list out. And James, could you pull that up actually and like just share it? We don't have to like go by one, one by one or anything like that.
The from our website.
Yes.
Yes, please bear with me for 1 second. Talk
Sure.
about something.
Yeah, and actually, Ty. So I mean, Xbox they're coming back to TGS, kind of like it's going to be. They're just kind of sticking to like online stuff, pretty much.
Yeah. Like I was looking over the page earlier. There's like an online TGS and an in-person TGS. They have like whole stream schedule and everything.
On the Japanese one on the website, I think Capcom just said like the real version, and they like switch to English and they say in person or something. It's just kind of a weird.
The real one.
Yeah.
We haven't found the guys running the fake TGS
yeah,
yet.
exactly.
We'll get them.
It's kind of bizarre. Yeah, I mean, there are actually quite a few games that are coming from that are going to be on the Switch. Some games I forgot even existed, or like, okay, that exists, that makes sense, or something. And I guess, yeah. So I mean,
Lego Brawls just came out in the West, but it's not out in Japan, right?
Okay, yeah, and all of the release dates I wrote on this article too. These are Japanese release dates, unless otherwise stated. And I can tell you there are no North American release dates on here because that just didn't come up, or European or anything. But yeah, so I mean, there's going to be quite a few things here. And last week on Friday,
what is this game?
That's Monster Farm.
Monster Farm. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it
last week on what's that?
Is it a fighting game?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, but last Friday I kind of hopped on the Twitter Spaces with Ginky and Jody, and we talked a bit about TGS. And sometimes you'll see like on lists like this, like, oh, that game's already out, or it's been out for 3 years. And James, I know you can attest to this too, and Ty, you as well. But TGS always has some kind of like a kids or family section, where they have just kind of popular games or something. I mean, they're just trying to pimp this stuff out to families and be like, hey, we don't have that game.
Right? It is a public event. It's not strictly a press event like E3 is, or used to be, rather.
Right. So yeah.
Well, it is. It's half, isn't it? It's half public, half business, because they split the days up.
Yeah, they split the days, but they don't split the floor space. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. They don't close off some areas on the public days, right? It's all there. I mean, there are some kind of secret business areas that the public can't access, but that's all boring stuff.
Yeah.
Right? All boring stuff like cocaine and strippers.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they're at the Makahani Messe where they have this, the event and stuff like that. Yeah, man, there are like business rooms and stuff like that where people can go. Sometimes companies like set up in the hotels around the area, and to go to like play a game, you got to go to this hotel in this room or something, and you have to have an invite or whatever to be able to get in.
Danny, this could be the first time a new Monster Hunter is not being shown.
Yeah.
I think it's like tradition, isn't it? Like TGS has a beautiful big Monster Hunter display, like a huge monster, huge dragon there. I think they're going to have Sunbreak DLC.
Yeah, so I bet in that case they'll probably have a big statue. This as an excuse to have one, right?
That's right. Konami even have games. Holy shit!
Yeah, Konami's got a lot of stuff that they're bringing, and they also have like a lot of partners here in Japan that they don't have in the West. So they team up with a lot of the smaller devs, sometimes indies and stuff like that, to bring stuff out. But yeah, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Too is going to be at the show.
Konami unannounced project, Switch exclusive Metal Gear game.
Yes, exactly. So who knows with that one, but that's going to be kind of cool because that's going to be next Friday. It's like kind of towards the tail end of the show. They're going to announce
Metal
their
Gear
new game.
Pachi slot home version at last.
Can't wait. Can't wait. But yeah, and so like I said, some of these partner games that they have are games that are already out or something. But yeah, for Sega and Atlas, though, I mean, yeah, Sonic Frontiers is going to be there. Personas are going to be there as well. They didn't specify whether or not these are actually going to be playable, like on the Sega's website, which I thought was kind of bizarre because most of the time the websites have a very clear indication, like sometimes it's just a literal picture of a game controller, and like, yes, this means it's playable, or this icon means this on video only. But Sega's website did not have any of that stuff in English or Japanese, so that was kind of annoying. But
be cool to have Persona 5 there, wouldn't it, on Switch?
Yeah, it would be. And I mean, it's coming up pretty soon too, so that would seem like it'd be a pretty ideal thing to have to get people hyped up and stuff. Yeah.
FIFA 2023 Legacy Edition.
Yeah.
Any hype for that one?
Yeah. I love my FIFA. I do not actually. But yeah, I'm most interested in the Square Enix booth. I really want to try out Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. The game's supposed to be coming out this winter, so if that's the case, you would hope they have some kind of a playable build of the game on one of the platforms. It's coming to like PS5, PS4, Switch, Steam, and stuff.
Oh, it is.
So yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is not Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2.
No. This is like a formerly like a PSP game that's being remade.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they're going kind of crazy with those at the end of like all their thing remake and like all this type of stuff. So it's kind of weird.
Very confusing.
Yeah, but I really want to try that one out. But yeah,
Voice of Cards. That's like the third one, isn't it? Second, third.
It's the third one. I was like, what? Man. Really? Okay, all right.
Who cares about that shit? Somebody apparently.
Well, yeah.
I would have wanted to play Nier, but then it's just a video. So what's the point?
And you'll notice too, like I wrote broadcast on a lot of these things because, like James said too, and like Ty said earlier, rather, that I mean there is like a really heavy online component to TGS where they're going to have live streams of like people talking and stuff. Some of it is going to be very Japanese with like Japanese celebrities and stuff like that. So I don't know if they'll be translating those, or you probably wouldn't even know who the Japanese celebrities are or something like that. So there's going to be like a lot of stuff like that throughout the show. So there's
man, even Dragon Quest 10 offline is just video.
Yeah, Dragon Quest, I mean, it comes out like literally the first day of the event. Actually, that's something I'm going to be picking up next week. So yeah, look forward to some footage on that. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Is this the Final Fantasy VII game?
Yeah, it's just a screenshot from there. And
all right.
Yeah,
what are some games that you are hyped about? Let us know in the comments on Twitter.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes. Yep.
Well, to be honest, slim pickings, guys. What I want to play there.
But, Street Fighter 6 playable.
Will it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, that wasn't on because it's not Nintendo.
Yeah, the list that I have on our website is just Nintendo games that are being coming to Nintendo Switch. That's why.
I saw a Switch game I'm interested in. It's coming to everything else, so I won't be buying it on Switch. But Dragon Ball Breakers.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So actually, can you explain that game a little bit, Ty? Like I'm not too familiar with it. While you're doing that, I'm going to pull up like a video to have in the background just to.
All right. It's kind of like a asymmetrical survival game like Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
So one person is like Cell or whatever, some big bad guy.
Yeah.
And the other players, I don't remember how many, probably 4, give or take. They play like the trash powerless characters like Oolong and
Krillin.
Oma. And, I don't know. Krillin's got some juice.
Okay.
And I guess you have to scramble to like put together some like giant laser gun or something. I don't know. Don't get found. Don't get fucking murdered.
Yeah.
Who's this guy?
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know anything about that one, but what I have playing in the background here is just our booth tours of just the show floor tour of TGS 2018, just to kind of give you guys a picture of what the event was like at that time. This is pre-pandemic and stuff like that, so it's
simpler times.
Yeah, and I think this year too, even for the public days, there are, and then yeah, you can see level 5's alive, so that's kind of weird. Yeah, but like, yeah, this year I think there are limits to how many people from the public can come, and also like part of the Friday business day they're opening up to the public, which I'm not too happy about, but it is what it is, I guess. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, lots of bright lights, lots of monitors, lots of people walking around, so much goddamn swag. It's like you'll just, oh, man, like every year I just come back, I'm like, what is all of this shit? Like half of it's cool and the other half is like literally just trash. But yeah. So like I don't know. So like, I mean, James, like I know when I was like making this list, I just kind of knew to myself, or like said to myself, like, man, like I don't know if James is into any of these games, man. It's just there's like no James game on there, you know. It's like, oh, that sucks.
It's cool. I'm excited to go back. I mean, like for my, I actually have the 2019 hub page up, Danny. If after this one is finished, but yeah, I mean, the last time I went there, I believe it was Rich, was there, one of our patrons, and Michael, our intern, he was there. And yeah, I remember playing a lot of games, and that was when I played Val Ferris, and I fell in love with Val Ferris, and that turned out to be one of my favorite games of that year, I think. So that was awesome. There was a lot of indie games. I think it's funny because Nintendo fans have had a very, let's say, mixed history with TGS, because Nintendo don't go. In case you're new to the TGS thing, Nintendo do not go to Tokyo Game Show. The Japanese
for Americans, Nintendo does not go.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ty.
So yeah, the Nintendo, the Japanese company of Nintendo, based in Japan, in Kyoto, Japan, filled with Japanese people, does not go to the Japanese game event. Makes sense, right?
Right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, this in 2019, maybe even in 2018. I don't remember when it started, but there's an event called Nintendo Live that Nintendo started doing. But it wasn't like Space World. Space World had like announcements and like a lot of playable games. Nintendo Live is just like a very slimmed down version of that, with like they're only like pretty much only their popular games and stuff. Like they're having one this year in October, but it's, you know, Splatoon 3 is going to be there for tournament play and maybe trial play, you know, demos. There's a Smash tournament, and Wii Sports, or I'm sorry, Switch Sports is like there. And they don't have like their full lineup, but usually like it's just that. It's just an event for kids and families, which kind of sucks for, you know, if you want to go there and like play new stuff.
That's true. I mean, Nintendo have done events where they've let you play a lot of first party games. But yeah, they've been done by Nintendo in their own time, and very, very different thing.
Right.
Mascots. Yeah, I love Teddy and the cat thing.
Yeah. Oh my God, what's her name? Morgana?
Yeah.
From Persona 5. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and there's always some cool like cosplay type of stuff too. Just like, you know, there was a zombie and stuff, and there's people are dressed up, booth babes and like all that type of stuff.
Oh yeah, we met our Famicast idol, the last one that we went to. Ayano, you remember her?
Right.
Yeah, she's the best.
I wonder if she's working at TGS this year. I'll have to ask her.
Yeah, I never got to meet her. I think that was when I was gone.
Yeah.
So in 2019, I couldn't go. I just wasn't here. So
yeah. She's a VTuber now. She teaches Japanese too on YouTube. It's pretty cool. I think she does event stuff as well. I'll have to get in touch. So
yeah, and I know Genki's in the chat too. And Genki, hey bud, looking forward to covering TGS with you, man. Better bring your A game. So yeah, should be cool.
Come play me in Street Fighter.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, so I guess we should say who's going, which day we're going for sure, or we don't know yet. I think I'll probably go. I'll try and go both of the business days if possible. So
me too.
Cool.
Yeah, I can only go next Friday. That's the only day I can go.
One of the business days. Cool.
Yeah.
So there'll be at least one day where all of us are there. Cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool to get everyone on at least one live video, us walking around making a fool of ourselves.
Right.
Well,
right.
That's what I do. that's what I like doing. But that's just me.
Right. Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking about my plan of attack because it's only so much time in the day. I did notice because usually this show is open from like 10 to 5, but yeah, now it's open until 6. So that's kind of nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is later than usual, isn't it?
Yeah.
When does it open? 10 a.m.
10. Yeah.
Okay.
10. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some comments in the chat. Danny, anything in the chat we should be picking up on?
Yeah. Oh, actually, AZ brought something up, which I thought was kind of interesting. He's like, oh man, whatever happened to that open world Yokai Watch, aka Yokai Watch 4? Yeah, it just released and just freaking bombed. I mean, it was a little bit janky on the Switch, but I mean, they did release it on the PS4, but people just didn't care. I think once Pokemon Go came, people just like, yeah, we don't care about Yokai Watch anymore, and they just died. So, yeah.
There's Ionox. Oh yeah, some of the games that I can't believe how many I played all of these games and captured footage for all of these games at last show. A lot of these games are already out now. Haven, I think Haven only came out kind of maybe this year, right? Like 3 years in the making. Yeah, yeah. Everything else is, I think, is out already. So what else did we do on this? These are all the write-ups that I did and pictures that I took here. And I think we have some cool. Yeah, these are photos as well. Yeah, we should probably link up the. Well, you can find this on our website, can't you? Go to events.
Yeah, if you just go to
Tokyo
events and Tokyo Game Show, I have a little section set up for 2022 as well. So, yeah,
there it is.
Should bring it where you need to go.
That's right. Nice 3-year gap here. Right. 3-year gap.
What are you gonna do? Yeah,
that's right. It's like, oh yeah, here's the crew. The Mr. Rich, Mr. Michael. I think Ty maybe he went, but on a different day. I can't remember.
Yeah, like all those years I went on the public days.
Oh man.
Oh right.
God bless you, sir.
So you didn't play any games then?
I think I played a couple.
Nice.
Yeah. AZ brings up another question too. Like, will Sega be showing off the Genesis Mini 2 at TGS? Like, I was on their website. I don't remember seeing that listed anywhere. So maybe not, but I mean, it seems like it'd be kind of stupid of them not to. It's a great chance for them, so maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think it was Monster Hunter Iceborne. I think.
Okay.
Monster Hunter World expansion last time.
Yeah.
So yeah. Pretty cool. Yeah, Capcom always do something cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're the biggest, Japanese publisher that still actually makes video games in Japan.
Right.
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 I'm looking at you, Konami.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of Japanese only stuff. But yeah, so we're excited about TGS. You guys get hyped about it too. I hope to entertain you with our coverage and stuff like that. I hope we can play some stuff that you guys want to hear about. If there is something that you want to hear about specifically, I mean, I'll be probably doing several write-ups and stuff for whatever I play and stuff. Can't really guarantee game capture, especially from these bigger companies, but I might be throwing together some videos about stuff that I play as well. But yeah, you can guarantee there will be at least some written stuff on there. So yeah, be sure to check out the website. But I think
there will also be like 1,000 indie games that we don't know yet that will be.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there's so many companies that are going, so it's just sometimes you just don't know. And then you get to the indie section, and at this point, they're all going to be on Switch, I guarantee, or will be coming to Switch or something. It's just, yeah, there's so much stuff.
Oh yeah. If I can finish my thought from 10 minutes ago, I kind of lost.
Let me keep on going.
I was telling about Nintendo fans, relationship with TDS. So like, yeah, back in the day, I mean, on Wii, for example, well, what was it called? Shokin Shai Show, the original one, like way back in the day. Shoshinkai, right? Okay. They had that, and then that stopped, and then they didn't go to TGS. So for a long time, like N64 era, nothing, right?
No, they had Space World.
GameCube.
From the GameCube era, yeah. Basically,
GameCube, Wii, nothing from Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, especially GameCube didn't do very well anywhere. And then Wii was all right. I mean, they did have a few third-party things, and that was when I started working for Nintendo World Report. I started during the Wii era, and they had some stuff, but it was very slim pickings. It was heavily PlayStation 3 at that point. Like, I'm not mentioning Xbox for obvious reasons, but it was just basically PlayStation 3, the show at that time. And then Wii U was an absolute joke, obviously. 3 Wii U games across the whole of its lifespan ever went to TGS?
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, for the first year, 2012, when we went to cover, Wii U, was me and James's first time getting to touch the thing, and I got to play fucking Romance of the 12 Kingdoms, like 13 or something, and like, God.
Hell
And
yeah.
like Tekken Tag was there, and maybe a couple of other third-party things, but yeah, we couldn't play any of the Nintendo stuff that everybody else on the Nintendo World Report was playing at, like, E3 and stuff, where it's like, hey, well, I get to play this.
And ironically, like, Wii U was really good for indies. It was like a resurgence for indies on Nintendo platforms. They were doing really well in the West.
Exactly.
So like in Japan, nothing. So we weren't even playing indie games, and there were no Nintendo games, obviously, right?
Yeah, 3DS was pretty good though. I mean, there was always a lot of stuff on that, so we could always count on like having at least like half a dozen things that like this is a must play thing, and like for NWR, it's like, hey guys, like prioritize this type of stuff. Like, okay, cool, and yeah,
it's so ironic, isn't it? Like, in America, people are playing games made by Nintendo in Japan, and we can't play them in Japan. And I've made that joke twice now in this episode. I apologize, but like, we couldn't play Breath of the Wild. But like until the launch thing, right?
that event in January 2017. But it was like at the same time, it was like, okay, cool. You want to wait in this line for like 5 hours, or if you wait just trying to think about it, the line's done for the day. So yeah.
In the States, they were playing early builds of that, years before, right?
It's the way it is, It's
So then now we're in the stage where there's almost like there was a time when TGS there were only too many Switch games, because they were all like lots of small like indie games, and it felt like everything was on Switch, like literally everything, and like we couldn't play everything. It was ridiculous. I couldn't even count how many games there were on Switch. So it was like it kind of went too far in the other direction. It's like, and I don't know. Who knows where we will be this year? I would guess there's going to be a hefty amount of smaller games, indie games, but none of the big tentpole stage event games are going to be on Nintendo Switch. They're all going to be PS5, because Nintendo don't go because reasons, and Xbox don't go for obvious reasons. So
it's like
not anymore anyway.
Yeah, and I get it with Xbox. It's like, yeah, I think they are definitely making strides in Japan, but like at the same time, they've sunk a lot of money to have big ass booths at TGS for little return. So it's like, okay, invest in the online stuff, still keep grinding out Game Pass here and to see how shit goes. They're making, I think, Genki had brought up something interesting too. Like they had made some interesting hires or something, like somebody who was like a prominent former worker for like Bandai Namco, and also worked for like, I don't know, Amazon Japan or something too, some type of thing. Like an honest to God, like Japanese person working for Microsoft in Japan. It's like things like this could help them out. Maybe, hopefully, we'll see. I don't know.
I heard they were fishing to make another big company purchase out here, actually.
Oh, okay.
I remember like
Nintendo.
A few a few years back, I do remember when Xbox were there, when Microsoft were there, like their booth was completely empty, like nobody was in the booth. But that was actually quite cool, because there were some third-party games that I was kind of mildly interested in. And then if I wanted to play on PS4, I would have had to wait 3.5 hours. But with Xbox, it was literally walk on the floor and it's there. You just like, you don't even have to wait. But
it's like
most people just were ignoring that because it's on Xbox. But it's like, well, it's the same game. It's like you just have to use a different controller.
It's and like I remember right before Xbox One came out, like, man, it was cool. Like going into that booth, because I mean there weren't many people there. Like somebody, like one of the developers of that game, Rise, that Rome game or whatever, like dude was just in there, and he was like, yeah, I'm like the main guy in this game or something. I was like, okay, and we're just like, chatting, and he's like, hey, this is what you do here and stuff. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, well, I think like a lot of game devs are like happy to like just take a trip to Japan, even if they have to spend a couple days hanging out by their own video game.
Yeah, I think so
But
too.
yeah, like you guys have all experienced like going to the indie area and just like playing a game, and then like ended up chatting with one of the developers for a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
cool.
It's a cool experience. That's why it's my favorite place at TGS, the indie boost area.
Same.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like I remember James, like you brought this up, like X Troopers, that cool third person shooter on the 3DS, and also on PS3. But like you and I both played it at that show, but like we played it at different times and stuff. And I think you had said that you had talked to one of the producers on the game, and he was just telling you a bunch of different stuff about it. And it's
cool, man.
It's always just different, depending on who's playing,
We're a big deal, Danny, with the Famicast.
Yes.
We're a big deal.
Exactly.
When we go, people take note. They listen.
Right, they're all at the red carpet.
Yes,
Ooh,
right,
the podcast guys are here.
Yeah, it should be cool. Yeah, hopefully there's some nice some indie games that we can play on Switch. Report back. I mean, for a while now they've had those like little red cardboard boxes, like Switch logo boxes that they just put next to the game just to say, hey, this is playable on Switch. And they were everywhere. Last time I was at TGS, they were just everywhere. Every single booth had one of those
Totally
red
forgot
boxes.
about those. Yeah.
Which was cool, even when Sony sponsored it one year, like the indie area, but they still allowed people to bring Switch versions, which was cool. So
yeah. Right.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. So it's gonna be cool to like see you two jokers in person too, and also get to meet up with Genki too. So
hell yeah, brother.
Is Xbox Japan going this year? Do they have a booth or
online only? Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember the last time I saw them there, it was literally a desk with 3 guys, and it said Microsoft Japan on it.
Right.
Like they didn't have any games. It was I know what they were doing.
Yeah, Genki brings it up too. Xbox are making a lot of new hires here, which looks promising. Sad they have no booth. Yeah, and hey, yes, of course. Danny explained it really well. Yes, sure.
Yeah, I remember when they had a big area, and they had an exclusive build of Killer Instinct Season 2, and
we played.
Yeah, we played. Yeah, and
not my ass probably.
No, that was for Season 1.
Okay,
that was like before it came out.
Okay.
Like a year later, I think, when Season 2 was coming out, I ran into one of my.
You just played it all day.
Yeah, me and one of my Japanese buddies, who was also a Killer Instinct player. We basically just we got on it and we started like just experimenting with stuff. We look around, nobody else is lined up, and we keep going.
Let's go.
It was great. We got to explore a lot of other stuff, which is great because that specific build was never demoed in the US.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's like going to Disneyland on a day when no one goes.
Right.
Yeah. You got to keep going on the same roller coaster again and again.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Xbox Japan TM.
Cool. Well, we still got a couple of other things to do before we can actually close out the show, and we're running pretty late today.
Yeah, like maybe you guys hear me like preemptively opening these boxes.
I did.
Oh, that's what that sound was.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, James, do you have a Fukubukuro of fabulousness ready to go?
No, I think we should skip that today because
Okay.
we did long on Splatoon chat and TGS chat. So yeah.
All right. Well,
we'll
in that
stay
case,
tuned for next time.
Yeah. In that case, Ty, I can.
Yeah. It's garbage.
Smells like garbage.
Yeah. Like I was also like hastily completing my daily UFO catcher things.
Of course.
Didn't get any tonight, but I got like two things yesterday for $0 invested, so I'm hype about that. All right, so let's just hop into these. These are the online UFO catcher games that I play. First one from Gigo, formerly Sega Catcher. Oh yes, at last. I have rounded out my Horse Girls collection with another goddamn Horse Girl.
There it is.
Yep.
No.
Any horse fans in the chat? Any Uma Musume?
Oh yeah, the chat's blowing up. The chat is blowing up.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Actually,
Damn.
my nephew, he really likes it. Like he was explaining to me, he's like, Danny, dude, he's like, yo, you should play this game. And I was like, what is this? And he's like,
It's a mobile gotcha piece of
Yeah.
shit like everything else. They're one of the fighting game guys was playing it on stream and got super into it.
yeah. My nephew, man, he just likes that type of stuff. It's like, dude, that's cool, man. Like you have a good time with it. I'm good, dude.
All right, next up is Horriba.
Let's go.
Yep, the hardest site to win from, but somebody set this up pretty good for me. This is a familiar-looking Hatsune Miku bunny girl.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, this one has a slightly different expression.
Oh,
Got a new expression.
Yeah,
So,
those yeah.
My bunny girl collection remains substantial.
Azek is a horse fan confirmed.
Nay. Is that a yes or a no?
Both.
Everybody needs good neighbors.
All right. So since I'm obligated to try to get every bunny girl now, just like here we go. Here's another one.
There it is.
It's what's her name from Zero?
Yes.
What? Ram. Or Rem? What one is Ram, one is Rem.
To say you're asking the wrong guy.
Whatever, I know you love it.
R.E.M.
Yes, my
Good band.
All right, now I've got two more bigger boxes. How the fuck am I gonna open this? I was using a pen and then I lost it. All right.
Hey, it's mightier than the sword.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe I have a fork or something. This is so sad. All
Forking,
right, here's a pen.
forking out.
What I need is like a letter opener, and it needs to be like on a chain, so it doesn't leave my desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll add
Okay.
that to the Patreon tiers. They can get you a letter opener.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I have a letter opener. I got it from there was a stationery company that sent out free samples. It was the same one where the pen that said "Send help, Crafton Pen Factory" came from. Oh yeah. All right. I got me a big Spider-Man.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Let's go.
he does whatever a spider can.
Nice.
And not with these arms, but
Yeah, right. Little
You
stuff.
can't do shit.
he's funny. He's soft. I love him. I got my own little Spider-Man. It was more like a medium-sized Spider-Man. I actually also have a small Spider-Man I got from UFO Catchers.
You could sleep on him as a pillow. Use him as a pillow.
And I got another. Oh shit! Oh, I got another quintuplet figure.
Oh snap.
Okay, okay, so remember, think back to previous episodes. There's 5 of these girls, and there was a series of figures where each one had like some weird job. And so far, we had cop, nun, card dealer. What was the other one?
The word there was like oh my god, an abbreviation. I was like, what is that? And you're like, yeah, she's a trained mercenary or some shit. And I was like, what?
I think that was a joke, but
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
But...
So anyway, I got the last one, number 5. Guess the job.
It's not mercenary.
No, that was a joke though. We were guessing like garbage collector, PMC.
Yeah, that's private military.
Yeah.
Private military contractor. That's what you said.
Okay. The answer is she's a chef.
Okay.
Whoa.
She's cute. She's got the little star hair clips.
Yeah.
She's great. I've completed the collection.
There you go. I get it, Ty. From doing all the Splatoon stuff and just be like, I need these 4 stupid folders. I need these bottle cap things that are they're just here. I need this stuff. I get it, dude.
Well, the thing is, if you have part of a set,
It's
it fucking activates your OCD gene. You have to like get the set.
Yeah, because
Even
otherwise
if
you might as well just drown yourself in the toilet. I mean, it's done, man.
Yeah, you make a strong case. You may as well drown yourself in a toilet.
That's it. Put your head in an oven. I don't know, whatever you want to do.
Right.
Don't do that, please.
All right. I love my plush Spider-Man. I think I'm gonna bring him to work. All right. so now I have a big fucking box right here. Oh boy, I have the weirdest shit in here. Because let me tell you what. Taito Catcher, they were doing like an outlet or like basically a get rid of the shit campaign.
Uh-huh.
So I grabbed some shit out of there for free or almost free. All right, let's see what I got. I got some sort of big pillow cushion mat thing. I think I can put this on my chair.
Nice.
You may recognize this funny penguin from something.
Yes. No.
Consumer sees product.
Linux.
Neuron activation. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put this on my chair later. We'll see how comfy this is.
What is this penguin?
I'm not sure. He's in this thing. These little animations I've seen, along with some fucking salamander or something. I don't know.
Okay. It's like the way you asked it, like you were like, you know what this is, right? It's like how I took it. Maybe James too. But, okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, like you've seen him in passing, right?
Maybe, I don't know. Like you say that, like, you know, a little cartoon sounds like something I probably.
All right, now I have saved the weirdest thing for last.
Oh God, I saw something.
All right, I have a genuine licensed Gremlins pillow.
Oh snap!
Look at this guy. This is
Holy
pretty
shit.
big, actually.
That's
Mogwai.
cool.
Yeah, Gremlins.
Oh, nice. Popcorn on the back.
It's Gizmo, one of like some random Western movie that's really popular here in Japan,
Yeah,
right? He's
that's
cute.
awesome.
I love him. Like this one had never been on like one of the machines you can play with the free tickets until like this last week,
Okay.
and then like I sniped him immediately for
Nice.
like 0 or almost 0. So that's great.
Damn.
Yep. So that's anime trash, and I'm once again blessed with a bunch of empty boxes.
Of course.
Oh, I think my chair lowered here when I was
I was gonna
shifting
say,
around.
like you're a little bit lower than usual. It's like all of a sudden you just disappear.
Yep. Ah, Jesus. Help! I'm like trapped.
Yeah,
in the
falling
anime
into the
trash.
He is falling into the trash. It's happening, people.
Okay, I'm free. All right, segment over. Thank Christ.
Yes.
Yeah. So you can check the site or the comments or the whatever. You can find out where I win all this shit.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it. It has ruined my life.
Yeah.
Available now.
That's it.
Oh, James. There
Right.
are Splatoon 3 goods on Sega UFO Catcher right now.
Oh shit. Shit got
Yeah.
real.
Oh, I can share the screen real quick.
Please.
Yeah, let's see. Share screen.
Ty's gonna win one for me right now, live on air.
Live.
Holy shit.
Yeah, look, it looks like squirt guns.
Like the guns and stuff
Ooh.
like that.
Yeah.
Are they the
Or
toy
actual
ones or
squirt
the
guns.
actual squirt ones? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Let's see. Yeah, I could play start. So this one, you move the ball over here, you get the thing. Here we go. Neon pink, platoons, splash shooter, 2 turbo. All right, looks like there's 2 different variations.
It says real water gun. So it is.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a water gun. Looks like a real ass super soaker.
They sell those at like the Nintendo.
Well, you have to be careful. There's 2 types. There's ones like a replica. It looks like it's a water gun, but it's not.
Yeah.
And there's water guns that are.
Yeah, I've gotten Splatoon goods out of UFO catchers before. Like,
Nice.
I think that purple thing up there. I think that's a squid.
Yeah, I remember you had a squid. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have this rifle-looking one too. Okay, there's also the scoot the ball over to the side. Yeah. Some sort of rifle thing. Splatoon, Splash.
How does that work, Ty? How do you shoot it across if it's like just a grab thing?
You the claw opens up, and you try to grab it off center, and it'll move it towards the side. So you inch it over bit by bit.
Yeah, that would take a few goes, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it will definitely take a few goes. And like right here, you see the little message here.
Mhm.
It says "kokomade kitara osu tsume."
Okay.
So what you actually do is use the back of the claw when you lower it to push it like the last couple of inches.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you have to kind of use your judgment and be good at games to get that shit within a reasonable amount of money.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah. I've gotten stuff off of this machine before, I think. Well, of course, obviously, what you do is you wait for somebody to get it at least halfway before you swoop in.
Right.
Right.
Nice.
Yeah, unless you really fucking want it, then you just go all in.
Just throw down a couple 10,000 yeners and
Yeah.
just go for it.
Get that
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm like, oh, they got some Undertale shit now. You could
Yeah,
get a fucking what's his name? We let's see, we got Sans, a Papyrus, the fucking depressed ghost, and the game show robot.
Yeah. Yo, just I made a news article about this, and Genki talked about this on Twitter. There was a live event last Friday, and they announced that they're going to be doing a concert, and Toby Fox is actually teaming up with Yoko Shimomura to do like this concert.
I saw really that. Cool. That's sick.
That's going to be really cool. So,
all right, we got some Pokemans.
Undertale is also on sale right now on Switch.
Oh, good shit.
700 yen. Yep.
Yeah, well, I'll just take 10 seconds to scroll through here. We got all sorts of trash.
Yeah, that's awesome. Dinosaurs.
We got Thor. Yeah, dinosaurs. We got minions. Sharks. Fucking, is that Curious George? Yeah. We got slimes. We got Kirby's. We got Minecrafts. I've been angling to try to get this fucking jack-o'-lantern block. Hopefully I can get it sometime. Just kind of waiting for my opportunity. What else we got? Kimetsu. We got Jujutsu Kaisen. We got Dragon Ball. We got so every site has like a fucking huge inventory except Tokyo Catch, which is kind of small.
Yeah. Hi Tony. That kid is going
places.
I think he was referring to Toby Fox.
Yeah.
AZ. Yeah. Consumer sees product. Ty brought this up earlier. Yeah.
Neuron activates.
Exactly.
Yep. All right. So that's what Sega UFO has. Maybe next time if we have more time, I should do a tour of some of these sites. That would be a fun segment.
Because next episode. Yeah. Well, actually,
we're gonna be busy for a while.
Yeah. I mean, we do have some feedback that we can get to, but it's getting a little bit late here, and trust me, everything you guys see, if you put something on YouTube, if you do it on the website, anything like that, we do see this stuff, and I appreciate anything that you guys leave, especially with TGS coming up. If you guys have any questions, if there's stuff that you want us to cover, let us know, and we can try to make it happen. If it's something that's maybe out of our wheelhouse, no promises or anything like that. I'll try anything once. Famous last words.
Don't say that. Jesus.
Yeah, right. No, but yeah, that is actually going to bring Famicast 229 to a close. Happy Splatooning out there, everybody. As for those of you that believe in it. And before we go, we're going to go ahead and give out our
I'm the Splatoon 3 denier.
Yes.
Merry Squidmas, everyone.
Exactly.
False flag.
If you guys want to follow us on Twitter, you can do that. You can follow me at DannyBiv, DANNYBIV. James.
Boom. At Famicomplicated. Please to enjoy. Yeah, add me on Twitter. Add me on Switch. Let's play some splats together. Let's do it.
Cool. And Tyrone.
Do not add me on Switch. I swear to God. I'm Super Cat Drugs on Twitter. I've been making some banger tweets lately.
Yeah.
Get on there and retweet my Far Cry 7 Photoshop job. Get on it.
I enjoyed that one. Yeah. All right. Well, like I said, that's going to do it for the episode. We're still kind of like in flux with like what exactly we're going to be doing with TGS. Like, man, I don't know.
We know exactly what we're doing with TGS. Don't worry about it.
All right, exactly. Oh, that's what I meant. Anyways,
it's going to be good times, and no one else is covering TGS from a Nintendo point of view, except us. So, and
Maybe.
No one is covering TGS except us. It's like exclusively for us,
Yes.
Nin-
Yes.
Wow.
the podcast guys.
That's it.
What's Nintendo Life doing? Sitting on their ass. That's what they're doing.
How dare.
We're going to be
How dare
there
they.
doing it.
Yep. All right. Well, that is all for the show. Again, we will catch you guys later. Peace.
Toodles.
Out.